Hello, hello. Welcome back to Heroes in Training, our Masks TTRPG. Last time we kind of did a prologue episode with each of our characters here playing their mentor characters. And now we are fast forwarding 5 years to present day. It's 2001. And you guys are going to play your actual player characters, the sidekicks, to um, your mentors. So we're going to start out in media res again because that is how you introduce characters. Um, and your guys' mentors. Oh, another quick tidbit is it's New Year's Eve. Okay, it's late. It's getting closer and closer to midnight. Um, uh,
If we had been thinking about it this even better, we could have done 1999 and it was just about to turn to 2000 and it was going to be
Everybody would be
Y2K.
panicking. Yeah, no toilet paper in the stores.
no, we're avoiding that on purpose.
Okay.
Um, so we're gonna jump in. I think I'm gonna kind of describe the scene that's going on in the middle of DC, and then I'll get to your guys' characters. We'll try and introduce them one by one. Um, so we have your guys' mentor characters, right? We got Countess, who used to be a Visca. We've got Vulcan and Dragon of the West, and they are engaged in combat with a villain in the city. This villain has muscle manipulation, and maybe it's not just muscle manipulation. It's really just body manipulation. So his body, he can just form different. It's kind of body horror.
I have
He
I have
just
that power. I just eat
forms.
a lot of food.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
really fast and a little bit more grotesque. A lot more grotesque. He can just change the shape and mass of his body.
Nice.
Um, and so we see
Is he married?
um, what?
Nothing. Keep going.
We see Dragon of the West fly in using his cool little iconic uh, what's the word, like jet burst with his hands to glide around in DC, and so he's tucking and gliding between buildings, and he uh, fires off a huge burst, and we see this uh, muscle guy. Scoop. We see this muscle guy just form a shield of hardened skin and muscle up against or out against the flames and just blocks the blow. Sorry. And we see um,
I like the idea that we're getting this as like the opening sequence where no one knows yet that these aren't the characters we're following throughout the whole series. And
Right.
so
Yeah.
we're
We
just like,
start the
oh,
scene with them
okay.
again, and we're like, oh yeah, we're back to
Yeah.
the main and then like, yeah. And they get hit by a bus, and we're like, oh, okay, I guess not.
What's the
uh,
name, Connor, of the villain so I can drag him out here?
oh, I don't. This villain is unimportant. This
Just
is just
unimportant. Okay.
yeah. He's not a.
I see. We'll be able to
I didn't make
tell
a
which
thing for
villains
him.
are unimportant when they don't have
This is the
art.
only. This is the only one because you guys aren't going to really be fighting this guy. So this is
There's a
just the little
background guy.
scene you get. So we see. Also, I probably wouldn't have been able to make this guy with AI art. AI art would have been like, what? What? So we see Countess phasing in and out of these cars and pieces of building that are being thrown at her, and we see Vulcan probably hovering over and um, firing off different blasts of his orange energy and trying to make a construct um, to contain him, but he is not to be contained, just like my son here. So
The
we
limp
see
noodle.
we kind of zoom in on one of the like a car being thrown by this guy. He enhances his arms and grabs a car and like hurls it at probably at Vulcan, and Vulcan like dodges out of the way. And we look behind him and follow the car. Which one of you stops this car from hitting some civilians?
Real quick, I was thinking that Vulcan probably does that thing where he kind of like flashes into orange light and just kind of teleports to the side.
Oh,
sort of
sure,
like
okay.
flying out of the way, but yeah, he just kind of flashes in orange light. But I don't know. I'm thinking maybe Bastion. Does that
Yeah,
make
it's
sense to
definitely
you
not me.
guys?
Oh wait, you're talking about our actual characters, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, probably still not me.
Yeah.
Bastion.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
Bastion.
So what do you do to stop this car? And I'll make you roll for it too, but
What are you attempting to do?
yeah, well, that's really the question. Yeah, is
Yeah.
what are you attempting to do?
Let's see. I'm going to unleash my powers.
So I guess, well, let's reiterate how this
Jared,
game works.
did we not have this entire conversation on Facebook Messenger?
No, I know. I just wanted to get your
Okay,
goat.
all right. I'm glad that you're doing this on purpose. I would rather, yes. At least you understand that much.
Let's reiterate how this works. Just that you're making this joke now.
For the audience.
Yeah, for the audience. So you're going to you describe your character in narration attempting to do something. You say, "I want to stop the car by doing blank," and then that triggers a roll because it would be something like directly engaging a threat, or unleashing your powers, or defending someone, or whatever. And that'll be how
Do you want to give
happens.
You want to give a description of Bastion too, since it's the first time we're kind of really getting a tight shot on him?
Yeah, give me the full scene.
Okay, he's a Asian boy with a little goatee and long, glorious, luscious, flowing hair.
Ridiculously long hair.
Yeah. It's a backup carbon reserve. He's gotta have it. And he's got like black carbon fiber armor on. And yeah. How else do you describe a person?
Well, what is he doing then?
Oh yeah, he's like trying to like craft a kind of like a cushion of like fire, like carbon dust to catch the car in, so it doesn't like smush people.
Cool.
Connor, this is where you tell me what to roll.
Connor is, I think, wrangling Ezra at the moment. I'm assuming it's going to be unleash powers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't something you can inflict conditions on. So yeah, I assume that's probably what it is. You can probably just roll that, and if we're wrong, then
roll freak. Yeah, David and I will jump in here as co-GMs for a second while Connor's.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, unleash powers, I assume.
I think generally speaking, he described himself defending the civilians, right?
Oh yeah, I suppose you could do that.
I think generally speaking, it's supposed to be savior in the sense. So this is kind of where we can kind of deal with some of the.
So we do have a handout in the handout section here that has the basic moves. So unleash your powers. Usually you do it to overcome an obstacle, reshape your environment, or extend your senses. So yeah, I think in this case it probably does make sense that it's actually defend instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. You're defending someone or something from an immediate threat.
Yeah.
So -1 from that roll, it would be 11 then.
Oh wow, you got a 12?
Yeah, you got
oh
two
my
fives.
Goodness, of course you
2.
did. Nice. Well, okay, so if you got 2 5s, then it'd be a 9, not a.
What? No, the savior's 1 and
2 5s plus 1.
Oh, your savior is 1. Gotcha. I thought you said your savior was -1.
Freak is 2, and then savior's 1.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so that's a full hit. So when you defend someone or something from an immediate threat, roll plus savior. For NPC threats, on a hit, you keep them safe and choose 1. On a 7 or 9, it costs you. So choose. So either you can add a team to the pool, take influence over someone you protect, or clear a condition. And speaking of, at the beginning of every session, I'm supposed to add one team to the pool. It is a constant thing. Unless time passes, then it resets to one. Just a heads up there. So I will.
Mhm. But
I
when we
assume
go
we
into
don't really
battle
have
against a
a.
dangerous enemy, it goes to 2, right? You add 2
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever.
That's the
Yeah,
thing I also
there
needed.
when you go into battle against a dangerous enemy, yeah, the pool shifts by various factors, but
Yeah, I need to remake my influence tracker Photoshop project again, and then add a team pool thing in the corner.
yeah, that would be
I'll do
helpful.
that for next time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll add a team to the pool.
So then the team is at 2.
Woohoo.
I'll see if I can find a quick token we can throw up here. I'll just go ahead and take this from the Fate stuff. It's supposed to be a boost in Fate, but we can just put these
Sure.
in the corner here for now. So we got two team to work with.
And you guys are team B, so that makes sense. Yeah.
There you go. Are we?
No. I mean, team A in this situation is your mentor, so then technically you are team B, but
Oh, I see.
yeah, you're not team B. Okay, so you accomplished this, Jared. So what does it look like when you stop this car?
It kind of just like gently just like gets caught and like shifts into the kind of sand trap I've made out of like carbon dust.
So like it catches it like as a cushion, and then kind
Yeah.
of it settles into, like, kind of sinks into this cushion of carbon dust on the ground.
Yes, sir.
All right. Does Bastian say anything as he's doing this? Do you want to introduce one of the other characters by sending them off to do something else?
I don't think he has the power to do that.
No, but I mean, like, hey, left wing, why don't you grab that guy? He's about to fall.
Oh, yeah. Left wing,
That's up to you.
stop looting that store.
Are you? Is left wing grabbing sunglasses?
He just has sunglasses in his hands, but you're not sure where he got them from. And he puts them on. He takes the tag off.
Does Bastian actually say that? And
I mean, if David's cool with it,
Yeah, sure.
he probably does it in a joking manner. But
Yeah. So he looks at you, and then the sunglasses disappear, and they show up in the background on a pedestal in a window. He rolls his eyes at you. You're no fun. All right.
Nice. Okay, so then,
Should I describe myself, or do I have something happen?
no, you can go ahead and describe yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, left wing is or his name is Alan. He's got blonde hair. He's sort of got like I don't know how tall is he? He's probably like, we're like 16, right? So he's probably like 5'10" or something. He's not skinny, but he's definitely not like bulky. He's probably kind of in the middle there. Probably on the lanky side, I guess I would say. And he's got his whole left arm is like blacked out in a tattoo, but you can't see the rest of it because it goes up past his sleeve. He's probably just wearing like, are we wearing our costumes right now, or are we just wearing like street clothes?
You guys were called in for this battle, so it's up to you guys. Generally speaking, you're supposed to be wearing your costumes,
Right.
but in this circumstance, left wing might have an excuse not to be.
Sure. Yeah. So let's say he's in his street clothes, I guess. So he's probably just wearing like a t-shirt with like a jean jacket over it or something.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I think as the battle kind of progresses, we see dragon, still shooting off fireballs and whatnot, and this muscle guy puts a bunch of force into his or mass into his legs. And he jumps at dragon, and dragon flies out of the way, and this guy pummels through a skyscraper. And you see someone fall out of a window as he goes through.
Say Leftwing
no.
sees this.
Oh no. Oh, okay. I
Um,
glitched there for a second.
oh.
Did you hear everything, or?
Yeah, I think so. Someone's
Okay.
falling through a window.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I will swap position with him so that he's on the ground where I am and I'm in the air where he is.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
I'll
Sweet.
switch position with a garbage can or something
Nice.
while I'm in the air. Yeah. So after I do that, I look and get somebody else and I'm like, oh, things to do.
Well,
right,
does he have to roll for that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think so. I think because let me ask you, David, is there a way for Leftwing to fail at this or this to go wrong? I mean, obviously there's danger in the situation that you've put yourself in, but
Right.
could Leftwing ever fail at swapping someone?
I don't think that, probably not. I don't know that there's a technical. I think if he was to fail at something, it might be he might not be able to find something that he can. I assume he can't swap with things that are bolted to the ground, right? Presumably.
Sure.
So if he's
Yeah.
falling, he's oh, there's nothing movable around or and I think
There's
it probably also
probably an
depends
aspect
on,
of finesse to it, where they're being or
I think it's also
aiming it.
probably harder if he's trying to do something that's where the mass is really off, right? So he could swap himself with sunglasses, but it would be really difficult. Whereas
Sure. Okay.
in this case, he's doing a person, so it would be pretty easy. And then trying to do a trash can probably wouldn't be too bad, but he'd have to find something that would be usable, and then hopefully he'd be able to do it. So
Okay,
we probably still have him roll, especially in this case if he's looking for something, because he probably
Sure.
didn't have time to look for something else before he did it.
Sure. Yeah. Another technical question is, if he's swapping with someone who's in the air, is he now vertical? Or I should say horizontal, and the guy on the ground is now vertical, like you were?
I think
are
they
you
probably
swapping?
maintain their previous. So he's probably just on the ground. He goes,
Yeah. So you
he falls
teleport.
a foot.
Yeah. Okay. And then the kinetic energy. Is he still falling?
I don't think so. I imagine the kinetic energy not transferring, but I guess maybe
isn't this all stuff that just could be determined by the roll itself, right? I don't know if we need to.
Kinda, because I'm not sure. If the kinetic energy transfers or doesn't transfer, I'm just curious to know.
Because he would just hit the ground anyways. Yeah.
Yeah. Does he just hit the ground anyways? Is this something he could do, or you know what I mean? And in the future, switch places to the missile. Is the missile still firing? I guess.
Right. Good question. Yeah, I guess I hadn't thought about it.
Well, I mean, the missile still would be because it has a rocket at the end of it.
Right, it's still being
right?
propelled.
But it would
Yeah,
be starting over, right? It would have to accelerate again.
I think it makes sense for the kinetic energy to transfer, and this guy, you teleport fast enough that the fall doesn't really hurt him as he.
Well, and
as you
I wonder if I
closer to
could
the ground, or
if I have enough control. Maybe this is what the role can be. If I have enough control, I could make him. Maybe I could invert it so that he goes upwards. The motion energy when he teleports, he goes up and then comes back down, right?
And then gravity kicks in and he just.
I invert his motion when he teleports. So he'd probably go up into the air a couple feet and then back down.
Yeah.
And I mean that could take some finesse probably because I'm trying to do something unusual with it, right?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out exactly how those pieces work.
Sure.
And now you know how it feels when you ask me these questions.
Yeah, no, that's
Can
fine.
botanists make plants grow or in the desert?
I like answering those questions. All right.
I assume that's Savior again.
Probably.
Yeah, I think in this circumstance, yeah,
This is
save
good
your
because
token.
I'm not good at that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Or
We all die.
oh,
Ooh,
yikes.
nice.
Okay, so let's see what happens here then.
Nice to know that
Um,
David's taking the fall for us as the first failed roll.
Taking the fall.
Literally, yeah.
Oh man, good stuff, Caleb. Okay, so on a hit, you keep them safe. So, Caleb, your character might have to step in, otherwise,
Yeah.
this guy might die.
Sure. Yeah,
Um,
that sounds fun.
Okay. So actually, I was reading this last night. Defend doesn't have on a miss. So I think I
Most
just make a
things
move.
don't. Yeah, most
yeah,
things
okay,
don't
yeah.
because you
Most
just
of the
make
time,
moves.
you just say it doesn't happen and I make a move.
Sure,
That's
yeah.
what it means.
So like
yeah.
you might say, oh, the guy lands, but then you're dangling there and you can't find anything, and now you're falling, and then someone else has
Yeah.
to do something, right?
That is 100% what's happening. Yeah.
Okay.
Left wing chooses a speck of dust next to the guy instead of him, and they're both falling now.
Well, no, that wouldn't quite work.
Yeah, I know.
But in the rules, you don't keep the person safe.
Mhm.
So I wonder if can I suggest that you well, actually, yeah, it makes sense actually if like maybe a piece of the building is falling out too, and that's what you swap with, and then you
Yes,
see
I mean
him.
it's a by sight thing. It's not like I have to aim a shot. Like I don't think I can miss. But
What if
right,
the
like,
piece
that's
of
not really
building
makes
like falls in your eyesight as you activate it,
sense.
So like falls in between you and him.
Sure.
or
Yeah.
is that setting a weird precedent for your
No,
power?
I think that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we do need to like make sure that there's margin of failure for any of these powers, just
Right.
so the rolls can make sense
Yep.
every time we.
That's but I don't want to be like
Mhm.
weird about it.
Certainly.
But yeah, so okay, so yeah, I like that. You switch with the building piece, and now you're both falling, and you're like, hey.
Uh,
So then, Caleb, why don't you go ahead and tell us how you intervene in this situation, unless you don't want to intervene.
To try to save both of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me. So Palladium / John.
Caleb, you just gave away your secret identity. You're a Janus. You're supposed to keep that under wraps.
The audience can know. The audience knows who Peter Parker is.
That's true. Mostly because he
So
narrates a lot.
yeah, exactly. Here's the token for him. He is probably wearing a helmet right now. This is just the money shot after his helmet's been blown off, right?
Yeah.
But most of the time when he has his armor on, he has a blue glowing helmet as well, shard plate style. That's all we see, right? We just see blue glowing armor. This figure in blue glowing armor. He's just a bit shorter than Left Wing is. He's probably the shortest of the three of you, unless Bastion. How tall is Bastion, Jared?
How old are we? Oh, he's 18.
Like,
I'm 18.
Yeah, like 17, I think all of us were.
The Bastion's 18, so he's probably 5'11".
Yeah, so it goes Bastion, Left Wing, John. Palladium's the shortest, mainly just because the actor that I chose to represent him for my own personal role playing is 5'9". So
okay.
So he probably was maybe watching Vulcan be cool with all of his orange energy powers and slightly being envious. I'm gonna take a look at my character sheet real quick, mainly just because to be able to save people, I have to like switch my labels around properly.
Yeah.
So let me.
It's when you
you wear a mask and hide your real identity. Choose what label you try to embody while wearing your mask. Savior. Once per session, you can affirm either your heroic or secret identity to switch your mundane with your mask's label.
Yeah.
So if I don't do that, then my savior is 0. I don't know what it means exactly to affirm my. How do I do that?
Probably like you
exactly,
decide
actually?
that one is more important than the other, right? I don't know. That's what it sounds
It's
like to me.
a narrative flare, I believe, right?
Right.
You can so you're torn between your two identities, right? I think that's kind of the idea with the Janus.
Mhm.
So are you embracing your heroic identity and saying I can be just like Vulcan, or maybe you saying
Maybe.
you
You
know
know
I'm
what?
not much.
Let's leave that until maybe I fail by 3 points and need to switch it before I fail. That could be a dramatic thing. Let's just roll it first
Sure.
until there's a moment that it really matters. But yeah, I think probably what happens is I'm watching Vulcan, and then so I like live in DC and have lived in DC for a while.
Yep.
Do I recognize, Connor, the person who's falling? Is it just some random person, or
It's just some random person.
Okay.
I mean, the
yeah,
chances.
that's the likely. I know. Mainly, I ask because if at any point during this sequence, like I see someone I know, maybe that will be the tug between my mundane and my hero
Oh,
identity,
sure.
right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
there
That makes
might be
sense.
something going on there. But for now, I think like I just turn away from Vulcan. Maybe I'm about to say something like, "Left wing, did you?" Oh no! And then I like see my helmet, like look up, and I just see Left wing like flailing and falling
Yeah.
next to this person. And I don't have the ability to fly yet, like Vulcan can. So I think I just start running. And I think my goal here is to do savior, but I'm trying to think of. I'm definitely running, and I've probably charged up my armor with electricity at this point. Maybe we see me top off as I rush by like a light, a lamppost or something like that.
Nice.
And
I do have an idea because technically I'm touching this guy now. I'm like right in front of him. So I could switch him with you and then you can just save us both from falling if you need to get to us.
Yeah, that might work. So I think we see my hand reaches out and just a little like, what's the arcs of electricity flow from it, infamous style to me. And then I think the first thing I'll try is I'll just try to propel myself upward with like electrical energy that's being converted into whatever this kind of generic blue energy is that we use to do things with my armor. But I just kind of, I'm running past, like running down a street, and then I have like extended physical abilities with my armor, so I like jump on like an overturned bus and then just try to like electromagnetic style, just kind of like turn myself into a reverse polarity magnet to the metal of the bus and just try to like propel myself upward so I can catch the dude. I'm confident Left Wing can figure it out for himself, but I'm just trying to save the dude who's falling. Because I don't know if I can just grab both of them in midair.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's up to you what you want to try. I mean, the roll decides what you do, right? So if you're propelling yourself forward and you're catching the one.
Yeah, maybe we'll overshoot, and if I get a failure or partial success, then I'll drop Left Wing.
Sure. Yeah.
Makes sense. So I'm just trying to like basically go between them, grab them with one arm each, and maybe because they're falling next to a building, just like go like slam into the window of that building and like roll and or like land on my back or something so that I'm protecting them, but like
sure, yeah,
we're stopping the momentum.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll defend. Go ahead and see
right.
if you save someone.
See if I can do it without affirming one way or the other. Here we go.
And for future reference, I'll probably make you do this before you roll, but for this one, this is just an introductory.
It's the moveset you can do it after the roll because some of them do.
It doesn't explicitly specify, which is why
whether or not you can change your label before the roll or after.
Oh, yeah. I guess it just matters whether or not a label changing before the roll is like if that has any influence on.
There are things that say, like when you spend team selfishly, it specifies that you can shift the label after the roll. So I'm assuming that most of the time you can't.
Okay.
Because it specifies that you can, right?
It specifies
So-
a couple of times that you can.
So I would think that would mean unless it said that you can, that you probably couldn't.
But I'm fine with this roll because it there's not a lot of narrative oomph right now.
Yeah, I can't just randomly be like, I'm inspired to be a hero.
Yeah.
So either way, I don't think it makes sense to do it beforehand. So whether or not I can do it in the middle, who knows? But
if you roll a 7 to 9, you keep them safe, but you either expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation. So that can make things interesting.
sure. Yep. All right, I'm gonna roll. It's just a flat roll. It's just 0. So here we go. Hey, miss.
Nice. Okay.
see
So
how it
you
is.
can either fail or tell me some narrative fluff here as to why
You know what?
are leaning one
I
way
think
or
it's
the
more
other.
interesting if I fail.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then
We have not yet seen the moment where John is actually struggling between these two and having to affirm one or the other.
Sure.
This is just him trying to be a superhero and failing because he doesn't know
So what
who
is
he
it?
is yet.
What does it look like when you fail? Because I don't know. I could see if we can.
I could just miss them, like overshoot or undershoot or
That'd be
something. Or I guess I could grab them, but like hit the building and not a window, and so we're just like I slam into the side of the building, and then we're falling again. That'd be one thing. Or maybe I can hold on to them, but we're still falling.
I'm gonna say you grab him, but not left wing, and you
Okay.
slam into the side of the building, and you're both kind of beat up, and to escalate the situation, I'm gonna say muscle guy is on the same floor as you.
So we do get through. We go into the window of the building and like crash.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
And
So
I think probably I'm not going to make you mark a condition because this is kind of a the hard move here is you're face to face, or I should say the soft move here is you're face to face with
there's an
this
immediate
villain.
threat.
But I think the civilian takes most of the damage. You're unable to protect him from.
Yeah, I like
the
try
building entirely.
to move in midair, right, and like
Yep.
put my back to the window so that I would land on my back and like protect him. But
Yep.
we only
you
do
end
it
up hitting the
partially.
side. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're armored and he isn't. So
Exactly. Yeah, we kind of skid across the floor, and I like, slowly getting to my knees, and then looking over at the guy, making sure he's like alive. And it look, I assume he is, but just,
Yeah,
like,
he's alive, but he's not doing well.
Yeah.
can I see the guy through the hole that they've just created as I'm falling?
Maybe for like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Can I try in those 3 seconds to switch places with him?
Yeah, but his mass is probably
Yeah,
different
I
than
know.
yours, so you'd have
It
to
would
roll
be
unleash
hard.
powers, I think. But
Oh yeah,
go
I'm
ahead.
sure. I also only have a second, so I'm sure I'd have to do it anyways. There you go. This I'm slightly better at. Can't wait to. Oh yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so I like
Wow,
look
full
up and see the dude right there
Yep.
in the floor next to me, and I'm like, oh crap, and then left wing.
And then it's just left wing. He's like, whew, and like stabilizing himself from the fall.
Yeah, I probably fall into the ground.
3-point hero landing.
Yeah. No. I mean, I was flailing in the air, so I probably just like face plant into the floor.
Right.
Around
So
my
now,
back, I suppose. Yeah.
now the villain is falling.
Yeah. But I mean,
and
he's also huge. He probably doesn't care.
No, well, he forms his arms into like a big like meat shield, and okay, so for whatever reason, I'm just like he doesn't expose his muscle. There's skin forming around the muscle as well, so it's less grotesque than something
It's not like
MHA.
muscular or whatever.
Yeah, not like muscular from My Hero.
Yeah.
So he kind of like forms this like skin meat shield.
Gross.
Shield. How about that? And he's going to slam into the ground to break his fall. But Bastian, you're on the ground with him. What do you do? And there are people around as well.
Make him a nice bed of spikes to land on.
So he's coming down from like. Sorry, I'm feeding.
He's falling out of a building now, basically,
Okay.
out of the ground.
A sec.
There are civilians on the ground around you. Not like a big crowd, but there are like there's people like stuck in their cars and some people running away on the sidewalk.
Is the road made of asphalt cement?
Yes.
Okay, I just open up I just pull the carbon like out of the ground underneath him, so he just falls like straight through.
Nice. Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll unleash powers then, because this would be reshaping your environment.
Okay.
So roll plus freak.
The average carbon content of asphalt cement is about 82%.
Nice.
So
Okay.
you can move 82% of the road.
Yeah. So there's 18% of the road that is still there, and then everybody dies anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's more than
Got a
50%,
7.
then you could just use the carbon to also move the other stuff. Just
Yeah,
by
no,
nature of
that
moving.
makes sense. Yeah.
Right. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see
Yeah,
how the
well, I
roll
guess we'll
goes.
find
Am I
out, yeah.
right?
I got a 7.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you do move 80% of it.
You do, but it says on a 7 to 9, mark a condition, or the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary. So you can choose either to mark a condition, or I'll tell you what the issue with it is.
I thought you chose what I did.
No, I don't believe so. So you're the one rolling it. So either you mark a condition, or the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable. So if you choose not to mark a condition, I'll tell you what the problem with what you just did is.
Yeah, you tell me what's wrong with what happened.
Okay, shoot. So I think you open up a piece of it, and he falls through, right? But I think there's like a bus that was near where you opened the hole, and you opened the hole a little bit too big. Probably necessary because of how he was coming down. But the bus is now like teetering on the edge and is about to like fall in after him.
Oh no!
Oh, a bus with people on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's probably just one bus driver, considering. Or no, this is decent. No, there's people on it. Yeah, there's people
There's
on
got to be
it.
people on it.
Yeah.
Stakes.
Yep.
People stakes.
There's stakes on it? Well, you got to save it now about it.
So you can either
to save him, or does someone else do it?
Yeah. So the narrative is like there is no turn order. So if you guys want to describe how you make it down, or that you guys see this and try to intervene, you guys can, or it's just up to Bastion. Whoever wants to make the move.
I believe it's definitely like gonna happen before either Palladium or Left Wing could get there. So it sounds like something Bastion's gonna have to deal with in the immediate.
Maybe you can seal it up again without destroying the bus.
Or I'll just try to like move the bus back using the carbon that I pulled out. Let's like make
a ramp.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this sounds more like reshaping the environment. It's a very specific reshaping your environment. But it feels weird to just roll unleash your powers again.
Is it not savior?
You are defending. Are you not defending? Yeah, I think you are defending in this sense. I think that takes precedence.
That's the primary thing that he's
I am regretting using savior as my dump stat. I did not realize we're going to be rolling it this much.
well,
we're rolling it this much now because we're playing B team to the mentors.
That's true. Yeah, that's fair.
Not that civilians will never be in danger when you guys are on a mission or something.
But, yeah.
But that's our primary goal in this.
Yep. You guys are minimizing collateral damage.
Yeah. But we're not doing a very good job. We're trying.
Yeah. Is so savior again?
Yeah, savior.
Okay. 8.
Okay. So in this case, on a hit, you keep them safe. This is a hit. But a 7 to 9, it costs you either expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation.
Also, Caleb, don't forget to mark potential for that failure.
Escalate the situation.
Okay. So you make the you said you were making a ramp, right? So that it would fall back onto
Yeah.
the street.
Basically.
So
Some
you make
apparatus
that.
prevents it from falling.
Yeah. That makes sense. So you make it, and it like slides back onto the normal street. But then the muscle guy jumps back up through and like breaks the ramp that you just made, and lands on top of the bus.
Oh, well. So he just kills everyone anyway.
No, he lands in like the top of the bus, like concaves a little bit, but everyone inside just screams, and they're like they haven't been hurt yet.
Right.
And I think we'll probably get
what are the sound doing?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They'll probably get a shot of probably Vulcan like floating down where this guy is, and probably gives actually no, let's have it be Dragon. Dragon flies over and like glances at you, Bastian, and he tunes you into their comms, and says, I'll distract him. What would be the plan here? He probably says, I'll distract him, make sure that everyone on the bus is okay. And he flies right above him, and like tries to like flare some of the flames that he's flying with, like in his eyes, and then like goes like past him and just tries to see if he'll follow. But I think he doesn't do that, and I think he turns and looks at you, Bastian, realizing like, oh, this is the kid that's been making this weird asphalt stuff.
I wave at him.
What exactly are you trying to do with this wave? Are you trying to provoke him?
You know what? Yeah, why not?
Okay, all right.
I've got -1 to that. Let's go.
Okay, all right. So when you provoke someone susceptible to your words, say what you're trying to get them to do and roll plus superior. So I guess I don't know if he's really susceptible to your words necessarily, but he's mad at you, right? Like he's like, this guy's in my way.
Yeah, it depends on what
interfering
Bastion
with
actually
me,
says,
so,
right?
Yeah.
So you just wave and say hi?
Like I guess like bye, go chase him kind of wave. So when I fail this, he's just going to attack me.
So you're trying to get him to go after Dragon?
Yeah, why not?
Well, I don't think you can communicate that in a wave. So what exactly are you saying?
Failed anyways.
Like I'm not a threat here?
Yeah. I'm trying to look like, oh yeah, I'm not a threat. Go after the fire guy. Like, bye.
Or do you like put your arms up maybe? Like oh, not me. Like, go on.
Yeah.
I guess.
Bye.
Doesn't sound very convincing, but go ahead.
Failed anyways.
That's the point.
Oh, did you fail?
I failed.
Yeah, you failed.
I didn't see your roll.
Make sure you mark your potential.
Yeah, go ahead and mark potential. Yeah, I forgot you guys have been missing. Make sure you guys mark potential when you miss.
We as a reminder, we do have team pool that we can spend on things.
True, you can get up to a 7.
Nah, this is funnier.
Yeah, it makes more sense this way.
Okay, so there's nothing. So okay, so what's the move here?
I mean, the two obvious moves is he attacks me or he just smushes the bus.
I think he's gonna attack you.
Is this a hard move or a soft move? Can I intervene, or is he just taking a powerful blow?
I'm not sure. It's probably I'll leave it for soft moves. The stakes aren't too high here.
Okay.
Yeah. He leaps off of the bus, and forms like one big fist, and he's gonna like punch you. But at the same time, the bus from the impact of his jump is like about to fall over. So there's two different things going on. So who stops the bus from falling over? And
sorry, say it again. You're the muscle dude is jumping towards Bastion.
Yep, yeah, he forms a big muscle fist, and at the same time, the bus is about to fall over from the impact of his leap.
Got it. I think probably maybe we get a shot of what me and Leftwing have been doing. So Leftwing, you fell, right?
No, I came back into the building. I fell onto the floor of the building.
You transported. I forgot. Yeah. You switched. So I think maybe we take a moment to get settled while that was happening below, and I look down. I'm like, I think he's okay. And then is this building like gonna fall over at any second, or is it fine?
I mean, I don't think you can. It's not falling over, but I don't know how much. You can't really see the whole building.
I wouldn't want to leave him here, I guess is my question.
Yeah, you can't tell. You could assess the situation.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I'm doing. I want to see if is this a safe place to leave this dude? Since
sure, yeah.
I mean, he obviously got injured. It's not good to move people when they get back or spinal injuries or whatever, right?
Yeah,
so
right.
So what is that?
Roll plus superior.
Okay, I'm not bad at this. Of course, I'm just having a +1, which doesn't actually do that much. And I really needed more than a +1. Yeah, so that's a failure.
We're doing great.
I mark potential though, right?
You could use team.
Mark potential, yeah. You could use team here,
wait, can you use team after the fact? I don't remember.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I think that's the point of it. Yeah, that makes sense. Because then Leftwing is here, so maybe he's helping me here.
Oh yeah, we have to help. That's how that works. Yeah, I also have
Here's a couple of notes.
Anyone working with the team can spend team 1 for 1 to help a teammate. Give them +1 to their roll.
Perfect. All I need is a +1, and I get an actual success here.
One and Leftwing has +2 to superior, so maybe I just noticed something about the building that you didn't, and I'm like, or I guess I don't know the answer to the question, so we'll see.
Does that make sense though, Connor? Spending 1 team to get a +1 there, as Leftwing helps me survey the building.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I think I'm trying to think. I was pretty sure you could add 1 after the fact.
You can selfishly spend it by harming your team in some way, and then you can shift your labels up and down. But I don't know how normal spending works. All
it says in the peripheral moves, the team mechanics, all it says is anyone working with the team can spend team 1 for 1 to help a teammate. Give them +1 to their roll. So that sounds like it's beforehand.
So the way that the other thing is worded, though, the acting selfishly, it doesn't necessarily imply that you can't do this normally. You can't alter a roll after it's been rolled. That's a usual Power by the Apocalypse mechanic. It's to
for the team members.
It says you can use this option after rolling.
Yeah,
yes, to alter the label you're rolling with. I think that the only reason it's saying it is because it might seem weird to some people to be like, oh, I'm rolling this already. Can I change it after I already rolled on it? But just giving a +1 to a roll, even if it's already, I don't think that's a big deal.
Yeah, I guess I'm fine with it if we just want to go with that for now. And if we find a rule that makes it more explicit that we want to go one way or the other, we can. But I'm fine with it. Feels it's too narrative driven to want to stack the rolls before you do that. So I think I'm more comfortable with being able to alter it afterwards, if everyone's okay with that, at least for now.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me that we would have to spend that beforehand, right? Because the whole idea of being in a superhero team is oh, I can't quite do it. Now I need help, right?
Sure.
In the example, it's after the roll.
Oh, okay.
The example.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, perfect.
Because it doesn't say in the text either, but yeah, in the example, he rolls, gets a miss, and then the guy says he hopes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also multiple people can help, so technically you can get a
Even higher.
You get more bonuses. Yeah.
But yeah, all I need is a 7, and then I get
Mhm.
a 7 to 9, which
So you-
on superior assess the
Yep.
situation, I get to ask 1 and take
Yep.
+1 while acting on the answer.
Yep.
What here is in what here is in the what here is the biggest threat, I guess is what, and my main point in asking that, I'm just trying to figure out, is this a good place to leave this dude, or should I take him with us?
I think this is a good place to leave this dude.
Okay, so I'm fine just leaving him on this floor, and
Yep.
And so maybe I contact do we have a patch into the local authorities or something that can I just like call someone and be like, there's a man up here on the 31st floor, he'll need medical attention, you know?
You can. Okay, if you want to do that, that's fine. But I'm going to make it seem silly, if that's okay.
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 Yeah, so I think I'll say that. So we have comms that I
Yeah.
can do something like that with. So that's what I say. I basically just say, we have a man on the 31st floor here. He's moderately injured, but I think he'll be okay. Yeah, I think that's all I say.
Yeah, I think over the comms, local authorities go, yeah, there's like a dozen people on that floor seriously injured. The villain rammed through that entire floor.
Well, there's an extra guy just in case you counted wrong.
Okay, yeah. He goes, counted wrong. Why you? And he probably like cut off the trigger.
Yeah. I just turn it off. And I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And while he's having that conversation, I run over to the window. I'm like, it's all right. I got this. And I grab both sides of or not the window. I mean, the hole in the wall. And I'm going to try and steal this guy's power and make him small and wimpy before he punches our friend.
Okay.
Do I have time to assess this, like his soul power thing before I steal it, or
No?
I don't think so. Yeah, figured. Okay.
Not in this situation.
So this is freak, right? I'm trying to rewrite the situation here so he doesn't have powers.
Yes. Yep. Unleash your powers.
Here we go for. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I don't have any.
Yeah, you're trying to reshape
I consider this reshaping your environment in a sense.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so yeah, so he's flying at Bastion, and you, I guess, describe to me what it looks like in your vision when you swap power or swap power.
So we see him, and I mean, feel free to edit any of this if it's not if it doesn't line up with canon or whatever. But
sure.
He grabs both edges of the hole and like braces himself because this is probably pretty difficult at this point. And we see him like he's focusing, and the man sort of like everything sort of goes dark, and there's like this. I don't know. You can tell me what the color is, but there's like a ball of energy in his chest that I can kind of like see through too, right? And then we also see in the camera that Left Wing has one too, but it's like this really dull gray. And he like strains for a second, and then they like fizz out and swap places. And so now that dull gray sort of like swirling energy is inside of the muscle guy, and whatever his looks like. Maybe it's like a ball of meat or something. Is swirling inside a Left Wing instead. And then we see him like his muscles relax. And then whatever the guy's power does stops doing that. So he gets small, I guess, right? The muscle starts to deflate.
Yeah.
It looks when he.
Yeah, the muscle starts to deflate, and I think he probably just like falls into Bastion, and they probably just like tumble.
Yeah. Cool.
But Bastion's not dead.
Right. Yeah.
But then there's the other problem of the bus. The bus is about to fall over.
So that was what I wanted to take care of. I wanted to, while Left Wing's dealing with the guy.
You jump over me through the hole.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's probably what we see, right? Is I just like kind of swan dive over you, and I'm just gonna like try to do a blast of. I guess here's the question: is there any question about me getting to the bus in time?
Yes.
But is that part of the larger role?
It's part of the larger role, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So what I'm attempting to do is jump over left wing, do a couple of blasts of electric energy to like shoot myself over there as quickly as I can, and then just stop the bus with my arms, right?
Okay,
like
sure,
with my hand strength.
Yeah, there wasn't going to be a question of getting there in time. Then you said the 31st floor. Just kidding.
I mean, it's
go ahead.
DC. There's probably you said skyscraper.
I did, yeah. No, I was just.
But it could have been the fourth floor of a skyscraper.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
It
31st
sounded like
floor
you guys
makes
have been
sense.
falling for a while.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
So either you were about to hit the ground,
Right,
or
yeah.
It's like that scene from sorry, I can't remember the name of it, so I'm just gonna move on.
Over the rings when they fall 2 feet and land on the ground.
No, it's the anime Noragami. It's like that scene from Noragami where they're both falling and they're like having an entire conversation. It's like Left Wing and him just like, hey,
hey, sorry about this. We're new.
Oh man, Noragami. That's a show that we need to do an RPG based off of at some point. Like that sort of premise was so
That's such
good.
a weird one. But okay, so go ahead and roll Savior to see what happens.
Sounds good. I might want to affirm my identity before I do this.
Yeah. Well, what would that look like though? Like, give me an idea for.
That's what I don't know. I don't really know how this move is supposed to work.
You either affirm either your heroic or secret identity. I think it's probably just like, you probably just like yell out like I'm Palladium, right? Like I'm strong enough. I can do this. I'm Palladium, something like that.
Yeah. So maybe can we frame something here? So I was just on the comms, right, with
Yep.
The local authorities or whatever. And then maybe at the end of that conversation, instead of just like cutting off, like someone says, "Who is this, by the way?" Right? Like,
oh, sure.
How do you have this channel? Like, I don't recognize you. Are you just a random sidekick or something?
Sure. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
What do they actually say?
Yeah. Yeah. He probably says, in case we counted wrong, who is this? Who's on the line here? You're not a superhero I recognize.
Exactly. And that's the moment where I look at Left Wing and he's just done this, and I look down and I say, I'm Palladium. And then I'm trying to think of, he's going to say something along the lines of like, remember that name or something, but not quite as cheesy.
Remember the name.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm Palladium. You'll see me in the news one day.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Or you'll know my name one day.
The name is Palladium.
Today. It's probably on the news right now.
Yeah. The name is Palladium. Make sure they get it right for the news broadcasts. And then just and it's not, that's not me being arrogant. It's just me being kind of like tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
And then I spelled with 2 L's.
Yeah, 2 L's. Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, okay. The name is Palladium. 2 L's, by the way. And then I just jump, swan dive over Left Wing, and then just like shoot out a giant blast of electrical energy that just shoots me across like in an arc. And my plan is to like just hit the front of the bus with enough force that like I just push it back up and I can just like kind of anchor it. Like my armored arms are just gonna be in the hood of the bus, and I just like can keep it up.
Nice.
We'll see if I can switch my labels between, so mundane becomes 0 and savior becomes 3.
And just by nature of that, it sounds like you're nice. You're eschewing your like, because mundane is mostly about making connections to people and being like a regular person. So you're being like, that's not what's happening right now. Right now, I'm this, and savior is what you picked, right? Like I'm a superhero. I'm not a regular person, and you probably also eschew some of the empathy that goes along with that, I suppose.
Yep. So which is why I'm like slamming into the bus.
Just trying to contextualize the move in my head.
Yeah, for sure.
But nice.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to make a little bit of a consequence for this game, by the way, by you switching you're focusing on one of your identities and not the other. So I'm going to a little bit of a thing there, but obviously you stop this bus and you save everyone on board. And I bet like as you land, everybody probably screams and looks at you, and then you like slowly set them down, and they're like, yeah.
yeah. There's maybe a moment where like I'm just like this armored individual, so I'm like
Yeah,
kind of scary looking,
Yeah.
I think you're
and I
trying to kill them.
slammed into the bus. So maybe they're like, "Is this another villain? Oh no! Oh my gosh!" And then I have my arms in the hood of the bus, and I'm just like, I kind of like pushed it up already with the force of my like slamming into it, and then I have the bus maybe like slightly off the ground because it's like in my arms are like just in the bus, and then I just like slowly set it down and like tear them out.
Sure. Yeah.
And then everyone like cheers, and I just like do a little salute.
All right. So I think everybody's gotten a significant amount of rolls. So I think we're gonna pan over to Bastian and this villain, right? Meat man. Bastian, what do you
Is
say
that
as you
actually
kind
his
of
name?
like? No, it's not. You're like tumbling and like come to a stop, and like what do you say in this moment where this villain was just about to kill you? He lost his power, but now he's probably like out of view. So now he's got his power back. What do
Wait,
you say?
what?
Well, so they like tumble away, right? So he was like going super fast. They like tumble down an alleyway in a way.
Okay.
So you
Well,
lose your
I
sight.
mean, we can decide on how this works, I suppose. But like when he teleports to other stuff, it doesn't.
Oh, that's
It's
right.
not like it's
You
temporary.
don't need to have sight,
The-
right? Yeah.
The
It's
thing
just,
was that he has to hold it. It's like there's like a constant
yeah.
pull, and so if he has to like focus on holding it, and if he lets go, it'll just snap back. But
That's
I
right.
don't
I
think
forgot
he just
about
has to be able to
And
see
he
it to
doesn't have his
teleport.
power while this is happening.
Yeah, I also can't
Right.
teleport. Yeah. So I mean, as long as that's okay with you, that was how I envisioned it.
No. I forgot about that. You're right. I was in my mind you were reverted
He's
to
not
Aizawa.
Aizawa.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
So he doesn't have his power right now. So he just like you guys both just tumble and come to a stop. What do you what do you say or what do you do in this situation?
Okay, he gets up and he like dusts himself off, and he's like my uncle says, he will win who knows when. Wait, how does that go? When to fight and when to not fight? Yeah.
That was Bastion actually says. He just
Yeah. he's trying
over.
to quote something his uncle said, but he didn't quite remember.
So as you're
Beautiful.
stumbling over that, what is the actual quote?
Oh, where did that go? He will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight.
That's Sun Tzu, right?
Yeah.
So
And he's gonna fight.
so
Which probably
dragon,
isn't the right decision.
Right. Yeah. It's an ironic.
Yeah.
It's implying that we don't.
He's
know
he's
what
trying
we're doing yet.
to trying to use his wisdom, but he's not using it the right way.
So Dragon, Countess, and Vulcan all like converge on the scene at the same time, and Dragon says the actual quote, and he swoops in and like does a dusting of his flame like in the guy's face to like disorient him, and he like probably falls over off of you, and Countess like jumps through him and like weakens him, and then like grabs the back of his head. And Vulcan makes a energy cage and like shrinks it down around him, and
Yeah.
and then they kind of all like look and are like, "Hey, that was easier." Vulcan probably says, he seems weaker than last time."
Pulls out a little red button and pushes it. It goes, "That was easy."
I hear that this is what you Earthlings find humorous.
I've discovered what they call a meme.
Mimetic viruses are so fun, aren't they?
It also occurred to me that during that last session, you said "you humans" to Countess or to Avisco at the time, and I was like, I don't know that Vulcan's very good at pretending not.
He isn't. I don't think he is.
Hilarious. Anyways, sorry.
So that's okay. So they capture him, and I think they probably
yeah,
go
so
over the
that's-
comms, and probably Countess does, and Countess goes, Leftwing, did you steal this guy's power?
Yep, still holding it.
Yeah, you're muted, left wing.
Oh. Yep, I've still got it. Is he
Yeah,
good?
okay.
Can I let go?
And she says, "Yeah, you can let go."
Oh, okay, thanks. And then they like switch places again.
Yeah.
The little
The
auras, yeah.
And I think the guy is like, "Ha, you can't," and he like tries to like increase his mass, and Vulcan just kind of like presses it down on him, and he's like,
Yep,
He's like those toys with the net where you squish them and they just bulge out of the.
yeah.
but yeah, they're like, I think Dragon probably like dusts off his hands and goes over and puts out an arm to you, Bastion, to help you up.
Yeah, he grabs it.
And he says, "Good work out there today."
Well, I mean, I didn't beat him, but yeah.
Or I think he says tonight because it's tonight. I forgot.
Yeah.
And
we see fireworks go off in the distance.
yeah, yes, we do. We do see fireworks go off in the distance.
Oh yeah.
And
I was like, why? I forgot it was New Year's.
Yeah, he says nonsense. This was you saved a lot of lives today. And besides,
he just nods. Yeah.
He just says that. Yeah, he leaves it there. Then we cut over to you, Palladium, and Vulcan flies over and he says, "Excellent work, Palladium. You'll become a myth of your own." How does he phrase it? You'll become a myth of your own someday if you keep up this level of performance. Yeah.
I just kind of like do a quick nod in respect.
Sure. Yeah. But Caleb, you look down and at like I guess you probably uncover a piece of your armor and look down at your watch, and you realize that it's 11:30, and there's no way you'll make it to the party in time to kiss your girlfriend for the first minute of New Year's Day.
Yeah.
That's the cost here that you switched your mundane with Savior. You affirmed your identity. And you got caught up in the publicity of the moment.
Can I
lose track of time.
Can I still try, or does it like I'm already just failed?
You can try. You can try. Yeah. but you can't teleport to something you can't see, right?
Well, someone might have to carry me up into the air.
Yeah. So my armor retracts and I see my watch and I'm like, oh no, she's gonna kill me. And then I look at Vulcan and I'm like, do I say master or what?
You can say whatever. I mean, he probably. I mean, what would he want you to call him as? Do you think maybe like would it be master or? I guess he probably calls you apprentice.
He probably calls me like squire or something, right?
Sure.
Like,
yeah. Could be your squire. So maybe master. Maybe Space Knight.
I could call him sir, but like the actual Lord? Sir, right? Sirrah.
That's what squires usually say.
Yeah, I mean, right? Yeah, Lord would also be a thing.
Yeah, Lord is too much.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
You call him sir.
I'll say sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, sir, are we done here? I have something that I forgot about.
You forgot that someone's going to kill you, and you want to now go towards that person.
Well, if I don't make it there in time, that's why she'll kill me. So, can I go?
I think he looks around and he says, "Well, Marty had something that he needed to discuss with the team before you left, but I suppose I can cover for you." And
I'm already blasting off. As soon as I'm like waiting for the like shift in his tone to be like, oh, that's okay, and then I just boom.
Okay, so I think we cut back over to you guys all converge together Vulcan probably helps you down left wing, and a car pulls up amidst the chaos. The local authorities, like the EMTs and firemen and stuff like that, like let this car through, and like some black SUV, and Marty Cooper pops out of the car, and he looks at U5, and he's like, he's probably looking down at his phone or something, like, all right, yep, looks like everything's set, and he looks and he's like, hey guys, I got something important to discuss with you. Where's Palladium? And Vulcan says, someone is going to kill him.
And you see an arc of blue lightning. You see an arc of blue lightning in the distance, like
yeah.
I see.
We cut the scene there, and I'm gonna let you, Caleb, to go over to this party. What happens when you get to this party and you're in your suit of armor?
Well, do I have to roll to get there in time?
Sure. Yeah. Why don't we roll? Go ahead and roll. Unleash your powers.
Oh, I'm so bad at this.
You could assess the situation first if you're better at that.
I am. What will that actually do?
It just gives you a +1 whenever you're acting on the answer. So like the question could be, how could I best?
What here can I use to? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that first, if that's fine. I'm just gonna I'm trying to figure out the best, fastest way to get there.
Yeah.
You just go over the train line and suck electricity out of the train.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Get a boost.
All right. I'm gonna do that.
Tram, train, I don't know, whatever they call it.
All right. Well, it's 7, so I get 1 question.
Yep.
Yeah. So my question is, what here can I best use to get to the party in time?
If you want to say it's the train, that's fine. Yeah, you could follow along on the train and absorb the electricity.
The city's got plenty of electricity. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like obviously I could just go on top of the train, but I was imagining something like going from light post to light post and never actually touching the air, just like having arcs of electricity being sucked up, and then I'm shooting them right back, just to like kind of Spider-Man my way across the city.
Sure.
So it's just like finding a row, or so like a train track or a row of lights or whatever. Like I find a route that will constantly have electricity that I can just
do the coin shot run.
Yeah, coin shot. That's exactly what's happening. Yeah, I'm coin shotting basically. Okay,
all right, so now go ahead and roll Unleash Your Powers.
And I get a +1. Yep. Mm-hmm. I have a -1 to this normally. I'm still very new to using these powers when I'm not saving someone with them, right? Like when I'm imagining my character as being like very bad with his abilities unless he gets into savior mode, and then suddenly he's just great at it because he's like, I gotta save these people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here we go. So I'll get a +1 to this. Obviously, we figured out last time that doesn't do anything when you put it in. So just modify it manually.
Oh, right.
So it's a 9.
Okay. On a hit, you do it. On a 7 to 9, mark a condition, or the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary.
I'll probably mark a condition, right?
Okay.
That makes the most sense.
What condition do you mark?
Good question.
Maybe guilty for skipping out on the.
Well, I don't know if I am, because if I get there in time, then I'm not guilty. Right?
No, I meant for like skipping the meeting and stuff. And kind of dodging responsibility a little bit, not the important part. But
I had to dodge one of my responsibilities. I'm guilty about the one that I dodged. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Okay, so you get there, but you're still wearing your armor. What?
Where is this, by the way?
I think it's at it's probably at her house, don't you think? I mean, she's probably just throwing a party with for you and some of her friends.
Mm-hmm. Here's a question: does she have a pool?
Sure, she's got a pool.
But it's January in District of Columbia, so no one's out in the pool.
Right.
But I think what I do is maybe we are getting a shot from the inside, and we see my girlfriend Abby. She's like talking to someone. She's faced away from the patio doors that like look out on the empty pool, right? And whoever she's talking to sees just a flash of electricity, like a arc of electricity, and then I like land in the pool. And they maybe like look over her shoulder, like, did you see the? And then I land in the pool, and then I quickly like just like doff the armor. Right, it just kind of falls away. Does it? I'm trying to remember. Does it go anywhere, or it's like magical and just kind of like disappears?
I think it. So it's always a part of you, right? Like you always have it on you, kind of like Blue Beetle. Right.
Okay,
so,
yeah, so
I'm
like,
assuming there's like a
under
piece
my
of
clothes
it
or something.
that's maybe it goes into your skin, or it just like convulges to one part of your skin or something, like your chest or on your back.
Yeah, maybe it's a bracelet.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what it
that's
goes
what
down
you had
to.
said. Yeah, it was onto a bracelet, but it's also sentient, so it can like like you have like a some sort of link with it, or it like talks to you in some way.
Yeah, gives me feelings or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it condenses into this like blue bracelet that I wear on my like left. Or
Yeah. I think it tells you I think it tells you it's going to sleep.
I say, I wish I could join you, but New Year's Eve. And then how
do you get yourself out of this one?
I know. I'm trying to glance up. I'm like glancing just briefly up, just like, and then I see like people are looking at the pool. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I just kind of stew for a minute. I'm not entirely sure.
You should just be a complete dork and be and pull out and be like, pull yourself out of the swimming pool and just be like, hey, I'm here at the party. I thought we should go swimming.
You know what? I think this is what I do. I do that. I lift myself up as if I had fallen in, right?
Sure,
I like act like, and I like crawl up, and whoever Abby was talking to, like just points like, isn't that
it's probably
John,
your sister, right?
I don't know if Gemma would be at this party. Like she's like 14.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously her and my girlfriend get along, but I don't know if she'd be here. So some random student peer friend of ours, right?
Sure, yeah.
But points out like, oh, it's John, and I get up out of the pool, and yeah, it does look like I fell in.
Yeah. Trying to think of a name for this chick. Terry. Her name's Terry. So she's the one that spots you. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just like sheepishly like, hey everyone, go up to the patio door.
And it's like just in time. And so your girlfriend's name is Abby, right?
Abigail West. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't want to mess that up. Yeah. So Abby is like, oh, perfect, and she runs over and kisses you right in time.
She's not Luke.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm about to explain like why I fell into the pool, but if she doesn't ask for the explanation, then I just kiss her.
Yep.
I told you that I'd make it this year.
She's like, I know. I trusted you. I didn't doubt you for a minute.
Well, good, because I'm undoubtable.
She frowns. Yeah, sure.
I tried sneaking in the back. Thought it was gonna be a surprise, but I forgot you had a pool. So, and then can I have like had brought a present or something on me?
Sure. You brought a present to the fight?
Sure. Yeah, I just had it in my pocket the whole time.
What was it, and why is it like, and how is it smushed? Because you definitely like got flung through a building.
Well, it was on the inside of my armor.
Yeah. What non-fragile gift is this that didn't break?
I was thinking like earrings in a padded case.
Sure. So maybe like the box is pretty beat up, but like the earrings inside are fine.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, sorry, I dropped it in a manhole, and then I just like hand it over.
She's like, thank you, and is like, I forgot to put on my earrings for the party, so this is perfect. And she just like puts them in right away.
Yeah, And I think they're probably little arcs of electricity because, of course.
She touches it and she's like, ow. Like,
yeah, static electricity left over. Yeah.
It was a weird manhole. So don't get me
started about that manhole.
She doesn't know you're a superhero, right?
No, she doesn't.
Okay, I was gonna say if there's visual lightning when you touch it,
No, I think it was just like static electricity, right? Like
okay,
left over.
Yeah.
From, yeah.
So then I think we just kind of get a shot where she's like, "Come on, we're all having snacks and there's soda," and she like pulls your hand away and into the building, and then I think we cut away from there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's cut over to Bastian. Bastian, how are you spending your New Year's Eve?
Wait, what was the meeting that we were supposed to have?
We're gonna deal with that tomorrow morning. Vulcan covers for him, and you guys are gonna have the meeting tomorrow morning instead.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Nice.
Although you guys probably get a tidbit of what it's about. Yeah, well, I'll give you guys that, so you get that can kind of shadow how you guys spending your New Year's Eve, because it might be helpful for you, David, for Left Wing. Yeah, Marty basically tells you that you guys are going to be joining superhero teams now, instead of just following your mentors everywhere, and he just leaves it at that. So you guys get just a little tidbit. He's like, we'll go over the details tomorrow when Palladium is able to be there, but there's going to be a big power shift. So we're gonna tell you guys all the logistics and details tomorrow. But he also says, but you three, I've got a special mission for you three before the team start. All the heroes are busy tomorrow, and we guys need you to come in. I know it's a holiday. You won't be paid extra.
You guys are getting paid now.
So Bastian, how with that in mind, that can affect it however you choose. But how does Bastian spend his New Year's Eve?
I mean, if it helps, Left Wing definitely invites you to come drinking.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
That's probably what he does, because he doesn't really have much here to do.
Sure, yeah. So you two just go give your fake IDs to a bar or something?
Yeah, no, I'm like, okay, so I hear there's this new place, and they keep all their really good stuff in the back, like where I can see it. I wouldn't even have to pay for it. It'll be great. I mean, it's behind glass, but I can see through the glass. So
I leave them some like nice little figurines as payment.
So you made some figurines or bought some figurines, and
that's our calling card
to swap out.
Yeah.
Whenever we do silly stuff, we just leave a little carbon figurine behind.
Oh, like a little carbon, like you make it with carbon.
That was my guess. You made it with carbon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Sick.
Okay. Yeah. So is that the scene? We just see you guys swapping figurines, or are you guys talking about anything, or?
Yeah, the yuan kind of fell apart in China, so there's a lot of trading. So he thinks that this is fine.
Are you being serious? He like legitimately thinks this is like legal and fine?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
This is obviously the artsmanship put into this is worth way more than.
Sure, yeah.
This is obviously something that Left Wing has reinforced. You were like, "Oh, it's leave the thing." I'm like, "Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
that's perfect."
Yeah, and your superior is -1, so I suppose that makes sense. You just trust him. You're like, "Yeah, I don't know better than you. You lived in this country, so sure."
Yeah, that's great. No, they'll love it. I'll teleport it into this.
And use money. That's so convenient.
I'll teleport it into the spot where the bottle was, and then it'll be great. Yeah. Yeah.
So is there a particular conversation that goes in, or do we just kind of cut to the next morning? See you guys drinking.
Yeah, we could probably like. So what do you think? Goody Two Shoes is up to right now.
Do we know anything about his personal life?
Probably not really.
I think we did establish that you know that I have a secret identity, and
you probably know my first name and
Yeah.
when like I don't think
If you know
there's
who you are,
necessarily
that's probably about
yeah
it.
you know who I am, but like you don't necessarily like go to
Wait,
school with me or
Yeah, do we not go to school together?
not to the school that I go to. Yes, like the actual school that I go to, right,
I
Connor?
thought we talked about that maybe because I remember talking about maybe you know your
Oh.
sister or something, but
Oh yeah, we did talk
I don't
about.
remember.
So I know that your dad is a lawyer.
Yeah,
And
I
like
think I did remember that because I remember talking about me being like a class clown or whatever, right? Like totally
Oh,
sloughing
that's
off
right.
all of the
Yeah, yeah.
responsibility. And
You
were
guys
like,
went to school together,
I
but
think so.
now
Yeah,
too.
now Leftwing doesn't go to school.
Okay, that's what I was
And you still do.
yeah,
Yep.
right. Yeah.
I had a real quick question about that, Connor.
Yeah.
How is my schedule? Like, how do I do both of these things? Is one of them?
It's online classes. I know it's 2000.
So there are no night classes right now for school. So there's no superhero school yet. That's a new thing that's going to come.
Oh, right. But like, when that happens, will it be?
It'll be nights.
It'll be nighttime. Okay.
Yep.
Good.
They work around your schedule on purpose.
I was like, what is?
Yeah.
How is this going to work? Okay.
For missions and stuff, if it has to happen during the day, it's the government. They just like, like there's a family emergency. Like they cover it, so it's all good. But
cool.
So is that the scene? You just say.
Sorry. Yeah, I was saying, what do you think?
What do you think that she's doing?
Homework.
Homework?
Is that
at
what?
midnight on New Year's?
Oh, is that not what you?
He's probably making out with somebody.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what we should be doing, but we're losers, so you know.
I'm sorry, I don't like you that way.
Well, you know what I meant.
Yeah, I think it hits midnight just then, and like almost everybody else in the bar like kisses a significant other, right. and like there's this different guy that is just like sitting by himself, and he like walks over to a random girl, and they just kiss, and right. There's just like whatever, take another drink. Yeah.
Well, hey, if not me, then who should you be kissing, huh? You fancy anybody? Because we still have superhero peers, right? We're just not like going to school together.
Yes. So you do know of some superhero peers.
Okay.
You'd have met some sidekicks.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys know of some sidekicks. Specifically the ones that are sidekicks to the Celestial Seven.
Right.
You know of a guy named DJ. You know of Shorty.
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 He's a shotgun superhero.
Are there any females that we know of?
Sorry, I'm trying to look.
You've only named men. I think you're trying to set something up.
You know Flutter. Flutter is Luminescence.
Okay.
Sidekick.
Is she actually as young as she looks in this picture?
Yeah.
Okay, because she looks like maybe 12. Unless that's just me. I don't know.
Wait, for Luminescence or for Flutter?
No, goodness, for Flutter.
No, she does not look 12.
Okay.
But
all right, I was just checking.
Yeah, I suppose it's a little bit anime version.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was just checking. Look. So yeah, it says, he points to that and says, so if not me, then who should you be kissing? Who are you crushed on?
Well, I don't know any of these people.
You could. I mean, we'll introduce those characters later. Like you could say that you know of a sidekick that you want to kiss now, but we haven't seen them on screen yet.
He takes this question like
very seriously.
Very seriously. He's like,
Shouldn't be that hard, man.
I'm evaluating all of their strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
I'm not asking who you want to marry, kid.
Connor, which one's the coolest?
Which one do I think is the coolest, or which one do I think is the one you want to kiss?
Yeah.
So there's a nerdy one. It's Quantum Quill. She's kind of like very inquisitive and like kind of a know-it-all. There's one girl, Thunder. that is kind of like a kind of has a bit of a haughty attitude. Flutter is just kind of like a crazy redhead.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There you go. I guess.
Which one? There's
Crazy
Polar Shield. She's got a British accent.
I hate the Brits. My least favorite group of people.
For what they did to my country, the Opium Wars. Never forgive, never forget.
Mm-hmm. What about Reflection?
Yeah, I was wondering.
You might have met her maybe once. She is a flirt. She's she is a bit of a flirt.
I need to stop looking at these character sheets because I see your GM notes.
Oh, Caleb.
Shameless.
Caleb.
And Haunting Harmony is the gross ghost person, right? Or not gross.
She's probably too young for you. I think she's 15.
Oh. Whichever one is the most age appropriate for him.
That'd be Polar Shield or Thunder.
I don't see Thunder on here. Yeah.
I haven't shown some of them because some of them I'm not sure if you have met before.
I just assumed you were pick Flutter because she had red hair, and you have fire powers. So.
How old?
No, that's your mentor. Never mind, I'm an idiot.
How old is Flutter?
Here's Thunder.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't mean this is a dumb question to be such a sidetrack.
Here's Thunder, Bastion.
Okay.
Okay.
So is Bastion like going through like these people in his head and maybe maybe he's like, yeah, there is someone, and Left Wing is like, is it Flutter? Is it Thunder?
I just goes
through the entire list like we just did.
Quantum Quill?
Yeah, but he's just being really like object. He's like Reflection's pretty hot, and I'm like, what about Flutter? She got red hair. Red hair's all your guy likes fire. Your
guy likes fire.
You're like, oh, lightning. She's pretty. No, all right. Yeah.
I think that's all he gives you. He's like, yeah, I guess there's maybe. I don't.
What do you mean? What, you can't just give me. No one's named a maybe. What are you talking about?
Well, what about you, buddy?
Well, I asked first. All right.
Well, I mean, I guess if I had to choose, maybe Thunder.
Okay, I can see that. That's fair. I was thinking it'd be interesting to kiss Mist. I have no idea what she looks like. It's like a gamble, you know? She might be super hot, but also who knows?
Isn't she?
Because she's made out of water. Well, yeah, that's my point.
How would you even?
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it might also be awful, but it's only one way to find out, right? Yeah. I was like, I think
he's looking
he's
very.
Just looking at me like, maybe we need more to drink. I just like just get another bottle.
Okay,
right.
So should we fade out of the scene?
Yeah. Unless Jared had something more to say.
No, he's very concerned for your well-being.
Hydrosexual. That's Left Wing right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We got our first Tumblr.
Oh boy. Yeah.
All right. So it's the next morning, and you guys are all back at the school, or not the school. It's not a school yet. Back at the facility that you guys all sleep at. You guys go back to your dorm rooms and whatnot. You probably all have separate dorm rooms. And early next morning, you guys are up getting breakfast, and Marty walks into the room, and he probably sees two of you are hungover, and I assume Palladium's exhausted, stayed up too late.
Yeah, I definitely stayed up too late. But I seem like a happy exhausted. Like I have some coffee that I'm drinking that I got from like a really cheap gas station. But like,
sure.
I still seem like content. Like I'm okay. Like I'm not disgruntled or anything.
I swapped the drunkenness out of me into Marty. No, I'm kidding.
You accidentally put your stomach inside of his body, and you both die.
I just give him all of my contaminated blood and take all of his non-contaminated blood and hope we're the same blood type.
You still both die.
We both die.
Your body attacks itself and you both die.
Anyways.
Sorry,
what did you say?
Well, you guys, are you guys both like clearly hungover, or?
Left wing is Alan. Left wing is definitely hungover. I don't know about. Should we call each other by our hero names, or do we want to mix in real names?
You guys all have names. It's
yeah, I know. Do you want to use them, or are we worried about confusing people?
I think I'm probably the only person who doesn't regularly use my first name.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Then it would be up to you guys whether or not like you just prefer going by.
You don't use your first name at all?
I don't think so. No.
All right, then Left Wing definitely just calls you. I mean, he knows your first name because he went to school, but he just calls you Pal.
Pal is fine.
Yeah. But anyways, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know if Bastion is hungover, but Alan definitely is.
He probably didn't go as crazy.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, I think Marty walks into the room and is like, "Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year." And is like, "Boy, you guys all look awful."
Wait, what are you talking about?
You did schedule a meeting on the morning after New Year's Eve.
Well, yeah, you guys have a special mission that I have for you today. It's not my fault that you ran off, Palladium.
I didn't run.
He was completing his special mission, I assume.
I chuckle and give him a wink.
Yeah, I think I just say Vulcan said it was fine.
Oh yeah, but
the space alien.
Whatever.
Wait, I don't know. He's an alien. Never mind.
Irregardless, I have some things to explain to you guys that are coming from top down. Well, as of now, you might still go with your mentors every now and then for patrol, but for the most part, sidekick teams are officially a thing.
Wait, I don't get to go on missions with Countess anymore?
You might. I mean, you'll definitely go on patrol, and they'll still be your mentors, and they're still going to look after you guys.
Okay.
But
all right.
For the most part, we're going to be doing a big power shift, and you guys will all be a part of a sidekick team. And considering how close you guys have worked together before, you'll probably end up on the same team, but it's undecided.
Do we have to call it that? That sounds like a terrible name. Sidekick team? Can't we just be like heroes?
Well, heroes is a higher rank. You see, and
you guys have actual ranks?
Yeah, he pulls out an iPad and he's like,
iPads. I don't think iPads exist.
Oh, that's right. What would he pull out? He pulls down the projector screen.
Yeah, there you go.
And he's like, I have a whole PowerPoint about it. And he opens up his laptop and plugs it in, and he says, currently, you guys are all sidekicks. I mean, we've been calling you sidekicks for forever. It's nothing new, but we got official rankings now. You got things that you can work up to, like promotions at a career.
So it wasn't a thing before. We couldn't be promoted before.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you could have, but it was unclear. We've ironed out a lot of details, and I say but I wasn't really a part of this conversation. I'm just the messenger. Okay, so if anything here makes you mad.
Palladium, by the way, I think is wearing just like a sweatshirt and sweatpants, drinking his like gas station coffee. And I think I say, you came up with an entire ranking system and you still went with the name Sidekick?
Well, yeah. That's what you guys are, sidekicks. And then the next rank is, get this, specialist sidekick. Okay, right? And then the third rank is rising hero.
Who's this, by the way?
What?
Mark.
Who is this, by the way?
This is Marty Cooper.
Marty, whatever this guy's name is, Marty.
Oh, it was that was the like the new guy from the.
Yep. That was the new guy whose intel was critical in finding Tempest Space.
Sure. Yeah. So this is Marty.
So he's really moved up, and this guy is kind of like your what's his name from Psych, the cop.
Lassiter?
They always no, not Lassiter.
Oh.
I was gonna say Connor.
Lassiter is a lot like Cody Reynolds. The big guy that
Oh yeah,
what's-
yeah, yeah. It's
what's
big,
his
tall
name?
Hispanic guy.
Yeah. He I forget his name. Do you all know?
I
What are you
don't remember.
talking about?
I forget his name. He's just kind of like a goofball, and they just kind of get away with whatever.
Buzz.
Buzz, yeah. Remember
What is
Buzz?
wrong with me? I've watched
Buzz
the show like 3
McNabb.
times.
Yeah,
McNabb. McNabb is his last
Oh,
name. That's-
McNabb.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
So
Okay.
he's kind of like your guys'
Yeah.
McNabb. That he's
for
like
sure. For
he's
sure.
kind of the guy that like I mean he's a
Hispanic?
lot more professional than McNabb. No, Marty's not Hispanic.
No, I meant McNabb. Didn't you say he
what
was
is that?
Hispanic? He doesn't look it. It
I
doesn't matter.
thought he
Moving
was.
on.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Well, okay, so he's kind of like your guys' uncle, I guess, in
Okay.
a sense. He's like he's kind of the guy that's always you guys are always reporting to when your guys' mentors go on missions and stuff like that. He's always the one that's like reviewing you guys and whatnot. He's a lot more professional than McNabb, but he's kind of that goofball guy that and I assume most of you guys like him because he's a lot more friendly to you guys than like every other agent.
Right.
He's a lot more chill.
Makes sense because McNabb is Canadian, so
Okay.
Canadian. Okay. Yeah.
It's probably the only one that Alan doesn't hate.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm assuming too. So he goes to the rankings, right? He's like, and then after Rising Hero, it's Hero. Now you guys know some of these heroes. For instance, he goes to references Echo. I forget how to pull these.
you should just be able to drag from the name out.
Yeah.
there you go.
He's like Echo, the guy who has the supersonic, who can make supersonic echoes. Echo.
I raise my hand. I'm like, I thought his super name was Echo.
Nice.
He's like, all right, but please don't interrupt my PowerPoint.
It's like shrug.
And he says, blast off. He's another one of the heroes. You guys know these guys. But they're lower ranks, right? And then the runner-ups for the Celestial 7, like Trigger, Skystrand. These guys are the big deals. These are what we call I forget where did it go? It's Rising Stars.
He's skipping through his PowerPoint. Where'd it go?
Yeah. These guys are the Rising Stars. Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm one of those, right?
No, you guys are all sidekicks. We've been over this.
Oh. Okay.
And then
Rising Star would have been a much better name than Sidekick.
well, but the Rising Star. Anyway, please stop interrupting the PowerPoint.
These guys should be almost risen stars.
He's like, hey, I didn't come up with it. Okay, I get it. You guys want to be cooler than you are. That's fine. I do too.
I'd like to lodge a formal complaint. Well,
how much more do rising sidekicks get paid than sidekicks?
That's not a part of my PowerPoint. Okay.
What? Benefits package isn't part of your pitch. What?
And then, of course, your guys' mentors. The greatest of the greatest. Those are the ones we call superheroes. So
you got to be a superhero for like 20 years to be a superhero. That's rough, man.
He's like, yeah, it gives you something to work up to, and
those people are all ancient.
You guys all know that the power level difference between all of you guys is just incredible. Speaking of power levels, it's a great segue. I should put that in my notes. Now we're going to rank all the heroes and the villains with a specific power level.
All of them?
Yeah, all of them.
Right now, you're going to rank them all.
No, we've already done it.
Oh.
What's their power level if I steal their power? Then what is it?
Well, it's 0 for both of you.
How do we determine it? Is there some kind of like scouter or
what do you mean?
You have to take a test. Is this like the
SATs?
Is
there a magical earring or
you already did it?
Yeah, how do you determine?
Through analyzing your guys' powers and performances over the course of years.
You can't give us a test without telling us it's a test.
That's what we do all the time. Everything is a test.
I think I say, as when Left Wing says that, I said, yeah, Left Wing has to know whether Left Wing has to know there's a test so he can cheat on it.
See, he gets it.
So he says, so anyway, the power levels for the villains are going to be ranked by colors. And there's going to be a bunch of new laws in place that we're going to go over. In fact, there's going to be a whole school dedicated to, teaching you guys the new laws, training you guys with your powers. It's going to be great. But I think I'm getting off the PowerPoint.
So they're not like side villains and like rising douchebags. They have colors. I don't understand.
Yeah, like color threats, like a red level threat. That's a big deal. You guys can't be anywhere near that one.
Oh.
Red level threat is a way better name than Rising Star.
Even if we're like yellow level threats, it's better than Sidekick.
At least people have to yield to us,
Nice.
The guy yesterday, for example, the muscle guy, the guy that you were fighting yesterday, was really cool, by the way. I loved watching it.
Do you have a name for him, or he's in the muscle guy?
Well, he was.
I look at Left Wing.
We don't have an official name yet, but I've been calling him muscle guy.
They ranked everyone and they didn't name him.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. Well, I mean, he was an orange level threat. That's what it was last night. Whereas something like a green level threat, that's a villain that you guys could fight on your superhero team without any other heroes involved.
So what you're saying is that if we go to a red level threat and I steal his power, he becomes a green level threat, and then we can kick his butt?
Well, no. A red level threat means you can't be anywhere near him.
I don't have to get close. It's okay.
Well,
I'm just screwing with you. Finish your dumb PowerPoint.
Yeah.
So by green level threat, you mean people like Barney or the Teletubbies that we could, people that we are on our level?
They're supervillains now?
No, I mean like villains. And I think I don't have an example because all of my characters I want to use, but well, maybe you've met one of them before.
I'm mainly just saying that to be like, yes, the green level threats, the really squishy people that we can handle.
He says, you probably met this chick before, Toxic. I don't think I have an image for her. Shoot. But the lady that the chick that like has the acid decay and like the shoots
I thought they called her that
hands
because of her relationship patterns.
No, well, no. That she's got like there's like visible waves of acid. She's like, it's like it like decays.
She's a green level threat.
Yeah, she's a green level threat.
She melts things with acid, and that's green. We can.
Yeah, I mean, but
the muscle guy is orange. I don't think this ranking system makes very much sense.
Well, she's not very powerful. You guys, I mean,
I don't know. I feel like Acid Lady could have kicked Muscle Guy's butt because she just put acid on him and he'd die.
Well, no. I mean, he would just. Okay, it's besides the point. Okay.
Okay. Fine.
It's like, geez, if I was a real agent, I mean, a different agent, you guys wouldn't be able to get away with this kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's why we agent.
We wouldn't even listen to you. Yeah, I would love to.
Hey, you don't get the title of real agent until you've been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah, right now you're a rising agent.
You're a rising agent.
He's like, oh gosh, you guys. Yeah, there's just one rank for agents.
I think Marty is the only person I act like this towards.
Probably.
It's just too easy to mess with him.
Actually, that's probably not true. There's probably lots of rankings for agents. He's probably like, no, we have rankings for agents too, but
are they colors?
I actually am a real agent. I misspoke, okay?
Agent?
No, they're animals agent? Left wing.
Oh, right, of course. Yeah.
Marty here is a beaver level agent.
Oh, right. That makes sense, yeah.
He's like, thanks. Anyway.
Beavers are useful.
He's like, did I mention that your guys' power level is only 500? Yeah, okay. Who's talking now?
What's your power level?
Yeah.
150.
What?
Wow, 150?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does he actually have powers?
He doesn't.
No, okay. Well,
but I'm a guy with a gun. Power level.
So your gun's level is 150. I steal his gun. Now what's your power level?
He's like, now you're fired unless you give the gun back.
I mean, I don't need this. I give back. My power level is 500. I don't need a gun.
What did you put in his hand instead of the gun?
Air.
Dang it. Okay, so he goes over the details of that. He goes over the power levels and kind of gives you just the general understanding of that. But then he says, you guys will be having school. It'll be right in this facility. We're making some new facilities. That's what all the racket's been about. Yeah, there's going to be all sorts of new facilities you guys can train in, learning powers and stuff. And bringing in some special teachers to teach you guys. Yeah. Yeah, like hero school. Yeah.
So no math going to be happening? Right?
Oh, don't worry. We're making sure that your schedule will still remain intact. You're a special case, and we're going to be having night classes.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You still go to school.
Yeah.
And by your guys' performance in this school, you go up in rank. So you guys get enough gold stars, you'll be bumped up to specialist sidekick in no time.
Are you telling me Echo has to go to school to become a real superhero?
Well, no, he is a hero.
Yeah, but you said you only go up in rank through the school. So that means he has to take classes too?
Well, no, you guys only go up in rank in the school.
Oh, I see how it is. All right.
They go up in rank by their performance, their power level, different things like that. There's lots of factors that go into it. It's all above your heads, all above your pay grades. Don't worry about it, okay? It'll be like a real person school, Left Wing, and you don't like real person school, okay? But
that's supposed to make me feel better.
Being said,
yeah, I don't think that's the best way to sell him on this.
All that being said, we're going to go on a special mission today. It comes straight from Director Nolan. He wants to see his, special prodigies that he's taken an interest in ever since you saved him from Shatter.
So what you're telling me is we're guinea pig level agents.
Sure, if you want to see it that way. I see it as you guys are special case that is getting a special privilege to go on a special mission with none other than your boy Marty Cooper.
Oh, you're coming?
Yeah, I'm going to oversee the mission.
Oh,
There's going to be a no hero, one agent with 3 special sidekicks, not specialist sidekicks yet, just normal sidekicks, but you're on special mission. And
I think that raises our total team power level by 3. Thanks, Marty.
Oh.
I'm gonna hate this mission, aren't I?
I just smile at him. Like for my case, like Palladium is doing this just to be funny, right? Like not because he actually has any animosity towards Marty.
Right. Yeah. I don't think any of us do yet.
No, y'all like him. And he knows it. That's why he puts up with it.
Right. He's a middle-level manager. He doesn't have any. It's not his fault.
Yeah. So he basically says, we're leaving in 60 minutes. But so go ahead and get ready, and we'll head on out, and I'll give you a little bit of a briefing on the way. But
it'll be just
one thing I have to make absolutely clear. Yeah, there you go. Well, he says one thing I have to make absolutely clear. I'm your boss as we do this. This is a special mission. Director Nolan wants it done by you guys specifically because he believes in you, and I believe in you. And I spoke up and said, yeah, I think they can do it. And all the other heroes are busy on a different mission. But listen,
you didn't have to add that part.
Really, but normally we would just wait till tomorrow. But I got you the special.
Right. So it's a mission that's so unimportant, it can wait until tomorrow.
Well, no, that's the point. It can't. Normally it'd have to wait till tomorrow, but it can't. And so we're using you guys to accomplish this mission. And I'm sticking my neck out here for you guys. And I need you to know, if you guys mess this up, if you guys try and go off on your own or go above my head, don't listen to my explicit instructions, things could go really bad for you when we start school. He's like, well, you're Left Wing.
Yeah, all right, whatever. Well, okay, sure. Yeah, we'll do the thing. What's the mission?
We're going to
babysitting.
He says no. We're going after a villain named Jumpstart. He's a new villain, and we just got some intel about where he might be hiding out. I'm ready to
Does
go
he
pick
have
him up.
electricity? You have electricity-based powers?
No, actually, his power is one of the most dangerous of them all.
What?
He can amp up someone else's power.
Oh, okay. So
Is
as long
You
as
got to
by
get him
himself,
under
he's
wraps before he can find some villains to make connections with and really cause a ruckus. But right now, he's by himself. He's just a normal dude. We're gonna go pick him up.
But he's at least a criminal, right? I mean, we're not like just abducting a guy off the street.
Well, yeah, he's a criminal. What do you
Okay.
mean?
Well, you said
What
he
has he-
hadn't.
what has he
he
done?
hadn't met any criminals yet. I was making sure we weren't like this wasn't preemptive cap. And it doesn't matter.
He's like, yeah, it doesn't matter. All right.
What's
It's
his
just
power level?
1500.
What color is that?
It's a green level threat.
Oh, okay. 1500. That seems like a lot for not being able to do anything yourself.
Well, I mean, think about
Well-
it this way. We got 500 for each of us. That's enough to take 50.
Yeah, and we got your gun, so we're good. We beat him.
Yeah, we beat him by 7.
What?
Thanks,
No,
guys.
we beat him by 150.
You can always count
Well, I
on
don't
you.
know-
for
I don't know if it-
duck.
I don't know.
Anyway, I'm gonna go take a shower.
a.
Or
got
no,
the rest
he's
of
already
this today.
he's all dressed and stuff. He's probably like,
Yeah.
anyway, guys, go take a shower. I'll be waiting in the car for you.
I got some from last night to finish, so here you go. Like pull out a bottle.
Is that really what you do?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he might wait to pull out the bottle until Marty
Yeah,
leaves,
yeah,
but he
yeah.
says I have something from last night to finish, and then
Sure, yeah.
let's see it.
All right, so
So Real quick, I just realized that my once per session, you can affirm your identity and switch. It just permanently switches it. That's what happens when you do labels. So until the
it
next
doesn't
session
go
when I
back. You're not
affirm it
mundane
again, I have to keep it at
Oh.
3 saber and 0 mundane.
sure,
Jeez.
okay, yeah.
Well, good thing we're going on a mission and not like talking to your girlfriend or something.
Yeah, exactly. This isn't going to be.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. Our being silly costs us a lot of time, so we got to be fast about the mission.
We'll for sure cut in the middle of this mission. We're not gonna be able to finish it before time's up.
Sure.
But
Okay.
so you guys get in the car
You
and
little thing.
drive, and you guys pull up to this parking lot where there's like some seedy motel.
We're going to speed run the
and,
mission, guys. We're going to do it.
What's that?
What?
We're going to speed run the mission, guys. We're going to.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's kind of like it's like outside the like city limits, but like still technically within the jurisdiction. And you pull up and Marty says, "All right, intel is that he's in room 12 in the Motel 6 here. So
That was easy.
here's how it's got to go. Got to do it quiet. We got to get in, make sure we don't alarm him. We need to make sure that there's no other villains in the room before we go in. There's other villains in the room. The threat level is fluctuating, let's say. We got to make sure we do this clean and we do it right. And we want to make sure that we get him before he's in the room with other villains. If that's the case, well, things could get haywire really fast, and I'm going to need to call for backup.
Haywire is here too.
No, things go awry.
Good one, go on.
And awry?
No, there's no other villain. No, I didn't even know awry was a villain.
That's hilarious.
So good. All right.
Every dangerous sounding word has a villain attached
Yeah,
to it.
of course. All right. Well, I don't know. I guess I can take a look around and then see, peek through the windows or something. I don't know.
I
yeah.
think I say, do we know if there's? Do we know how many other people are at the motel?
And he like types on something into his computer. He's like, it looks like there's 12 other people staying here tonight.
Do we have? Are we going to be able to do a quiet evacuation before we actually?
You just pull the fire alarm.
I don't know if
we pull the fire alarm, then he's going to leave too. We don't want him in a crowd of people.
I guess we can try and restrain him first and then pull the fire alarm. I don't know.
I think he kind of puts it like this. He's like, I'm here to make the calls and keep you guys in line, but overall, I'm not here to tell you what the plan is. Part of this mission is to see if you guys can handle a team. So
then I think we
use your mentor training. Let us know what you want to do.
Right away, I think we all look at each other and we realize, oh yeah, who's leading this? Like what? Like what's the structure here? I'm happy to take leadership role because that's what Palladium would do. But if Leftwing or Bastion,
I hold out my hand to do rock paper scissors.
So no words. You guys all look at each other and all hold out like a fist, like rock paper scissors to see.
I don't.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
I don't either. Just Bastion. And I'd say, what are you doing?
Is this not what you people do to make decisions?
No.
You play carbon, paper, scissors.
You sound like Vulcan.
Yeah, you're just from China, not from outer space. Yeah,
you don't say that though, right? Because I don't know if Vulcan's an alien, right?
No, nobody knows these aliens, so you don't say that.
That's true. Yeah, I think it. I think it to my armor.
Your armor chuckles.
Yep.
Right.
I think if Bastion just does that and everybody kind of is looking at each other, I think I just say, what if we go find the manager and have him? It's like early in the morning, right?
It's probably around noon now.
Oh, okay. I'm like, well, how many people are actually going to be at the motel at noon?
Do we know he's even here at this time of day?
We know for sure that he's here at this time of day, but we don't know about the other attendants. Most of them are probably gone, unless they're sleeping in or sleeping on a hangover.
I think the first thing that's true. I think the first thing we need to do is find the manager and have him slowly go room by room, waking up everyone except for room 12 or room 6 or whatever you said.
Room 6. Room 12. Yeah, it's room 12. Yeah.
Okay.
It's Motel 6. Sorry.
Motel 6. Yeah. Yeah. So and make sure that anyone who is here is out. Hopefully we ask the manager and he says everyone's out.
Well,
but I think that needs to be our first step.
What if he just looks out the window and notices everyone leaving?
Well, that's where you or Bastion come in. We'll have one of you stationed at the door. That sound good?
Sure. We should probably make sure there's no other. I mean, if there's other villains in there, they might have powers that will make this more difficult. They might have. I mean, they could hear us talking right now. You never know. I don't know. Maybe we should.
I just don't want to start a fight when there's civilians here, if we can help it.
All right. We'll try that. I mean, worst case scenario, we got to chase him. He doesn't have any special powers except making other people stronger anyways. So the best he can do is make it easier for us.
Yeah. So I think I'll go to the manager first. And this is just, I think probably me is me, right? Like, you
take your armor.
I just walk up. Yeah.
I order
whatever
a pizza.
office is there. Have it sent to room 12.
No, I'm going to deliver it in my superhero costume, I guess. I don't know.
So Connor, I go up to the office where whoever's at the front desk would be.
Yeah. There's probably some girl there who's sitting on her phone or texting on her flip phone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think I say, oh, hi. And then I realize I have no official identification or anything.
He reaches in his pockets, you pull out your student ID.
Yeah, exactly. I'm I'm a concerned citizen. I think there might be a villain here. I don't want to cause a panic.
Oh my gosh!
Shush. We don't need to cause it. Listen, the most important thing we can do, I just need to check. Is there anyone in any of the rooms? We need to do a quiet evacuation.
Evacuation? Okay, and she runs out. She runs out of the building.
Can I make a roll to actually get her to do it the way I want her to?
I suppose it. Would this be sorry. Would this be
provoke someone? I think.
Provoke someone. Yeah, but there's not really. That's not quite a roll.
Well, because what I'm trying to do is
wants her to calm down.
I'm provoking someone susceptible to her.
You could roll plus mundane to comfort or support someone. You could comfort.
Well, that's for
That's for like team stuff.
Yeah, because
I
the
suppose,
results
yeah.
are marking potential clearing conditions.
Because all it says for
Yeah.
provoke is when you provoke someone susceptible to your words, say what you're trying to get them to do. Right?
Sure.
I'm trying to get her to calm down. Right?
Okay, sure, yeah. So she's like running towards the door.
Yeah. So I'm like, stop! I'm a hero. And yeah, I'm just trying to get her to be like, oh, you have it under control. Okay. So can I roll? Provoke someone then?
Yeah, go ahead.
Boom, 8.
Okay, so on a 7 to 9, they can instead choose 1. They stumble, you take +1 forward against them. They err, you gain a critical opportunity. They overreact, you gain influence over them. Yeah, these are difficult to.
They can instead of doing what I want.
Yep.
There's persuade with best interests is the move we're making here, but no one has that because it's an adult move.
Yeah, which is why I'm having to do provoke someone is like I'm just trying to get her to like stop.
Yeah.
Right. So I think maybe overreact, right?
Sure, yeah.
So I have influence over her, but she's not doing what I want her to do.
Yeah, so maybe she's like, "Oh, hero? Well, what do you mean? You're just dressed in street clothes."
Yeah.
And she reaches over and she sees the like fire alarm.
What can I do with influence again?
It just gives you a +1 over them, or you can like try and shift their labels by spending it or something. But I said, doesn't do anything for her.
Okay. When I take advantage of my influence over someone, I can surrender the influence you hold over them to give them -2 on a move, inflicting addition, or take an additional +1 on a move. I think I might. Can I inflict a condition on her? Can I make her?
Do you have to spend it to get the +1? I thought you just got a +1 forward.
No. You get a +1 automatically, but you can do an additional +1 for one time by getting rid of it.
Gotcha.
Can I have her
inflict guilty on her? Maybe
guilty. Yes, guilty to be like you're gonna leave everyone here who you're responsible for in the rooms.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Can I do that? And then I'm basically just like, listen. I need you to help me. We have to go room to room and make sure that no one is here. If a fight happens with this villain, we have to make sure everyone's safe. You want to make sure everyone's safe, don't you?
She's like, I mean, yeah, but what about me?
And I say, listen, it's not just people like me who can be heroes. It's people like you, regular people like you, who can do the right thing.
So each time you've been saying hero to her, Marty over the comp's been saying sidekick.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
I love Marty.
I'm like twitching every time I hear it.
I'm just trying not to chuckle.
Is Marty like trying to do influence over me? I think he might be changing my labels here. If he's constantly correcting me.
I mean, no, for the same reason you guys haven't been trying to change Marty. Y'all are just planned. He's not really like trying to mess with you.
I guess when it matters.
Yeah.
He's not telling you who you are in a way that like changes your perspective of yourself, I don't think.
Yeah, he's just messing with you. So yeah, I think she's like, okay. All right, I'll go room to room, but tell me again which number the villain's in. It's room 12.
Sorry, my son just came in. What
Yeah, you're fine. She says, okay, but just tell me again exactly which room the villain is in. It's room 12.
Yeah, room 12. We don't want to go there. I have team members who are handling the situation there.
Okay, all right. I'll do it. I'll let you know when it's done.
And then
what's your name?
That doesn't matter right now.
Yeah,
because I realize I was hoping just to be a regular person, and then I just completely forgot. Like I have no official.
Yep. Okay, yeah. So she goes around and goes room to room and lets people out, and then comes back to you and says, "All right, it's all done."
Good. Thank you. All right, now you go get yourself to safety, all right? We'll let you know when it's safe.
She's already out the door.
Yeah. And I say, all right, guys, I think we're good.
Marty over the comm says, good work.
She might have missed someone, so if things we should still try to keep collateral damage down.
Can I get out and just like look at the room 12 and assess the situation, see if I can find a way that I can try and determine who's inside or
Yeah, I was kind of assuming
Yeah.
that you were doing this while I was
Right, yeah.
doing the other stuff.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm just trying to look in the windows and everything. How do I superior? There it is. Well,
Okay, that is a
I have a
miss.
+2 to that.
Yeah.
Do we want to have? Can Bastion help me somehow?
Do you want to be also looking through the windows and helping point out different things, or do you want to let them fail?
No.
We only have one in the
Muted.
team pool right now.
Oh, I'm not muted. Okay, my bad. Sorry, my computer's being slow.
All good.
I can't tell what skill he rolled because of the color of the text.
I rolled superior. But...
yeah. You
You're on
have to
dark
change
mode.
it at a dark mode for this. For this, because it
Am
changes.
I allowed to help him if I have -1 superior?
Yeah, you just have
Yes.
to spend team.
You just spend
You're spending team.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Should we
This
spend the
second.
team?
Well, I'm looking in the windows, so I feel like if we fail, he's gonna look
Yeah,
out
he's gonna
at us. So, yeah.
We're on a roll so far.
I'll
Let's
help.
keep that going.
I mean, I'm happy to fail because I level up faster, but yeah.
Is it what time of day is it?
Noon.
It's
Noon.
midday.
Oh, okay. Well. Yeah, I don't really even know how I'd help.
Any
You just be
carbon
looking
in
through
drapes?
windows with him. Like, you're like, I mean,
You're
that's
just
all.
both assessing the situation.
Yeah, you're both assessing the situation
Okay. Yeah.
rather than just one of you.
Okay.
Or he could fail.
You know, I'll help. It's a little too
Cool.
early to.
Yeah. Everything to go wrong. All right.
Mhm.
So on a 7 to 9, ask 1. And I am going to, with my my move, are you watch? Nope. Criminal Mind. I'm going to ask, what is the best way in / past to this place? So I guess
Okay.
the best way in.
What's the best way in? I think through the window would be the best way in. I think you see that he's like you can't see much in the room.
Mhm.
But you see that his back is turned to the window.
Okay.
I'm not sure why exactly you can't see him. Probably because the drapes are closed. But you peer in. You see that he's because you only know the best way in, right? So the best way in is just through the window.
All right. I look at Bastion. I'm like, okay, Bastion, make a carbon cage over me, but make sure I can see through it.
Okay. For what reason?
I want to teleport him into the cage. I can see him a little bit right there.
That is actually a really good idea.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Does he have to roll to like? Probably just to see if it's like a solid, because he can get temporary or.
True. Yeah. Temporary,
right.
Unstable. Yeah. Might as well. Yeah. So and where do you pull the carbon from? Like the asphalt?
Probably a little bit from there, but just what I can't supplement from just pulling it out of the air.
You can just pull it out of the air.
Is there
carbon dioxide
in the air?
Yeah, carbon
I
dioxide.
guess so.
No, what I mean, like you can just like Bastion's strong enough. I mean, that seems like an advanced technique. Like
that might be.
bending.
I learned this from an old bloodbending lady move.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I mean, it doesn't matter. We're on asphalt.
It doesn't matter. It's
It's out of the ground then for now. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, what would happen if you took all the carbon dioxide out of the air around you? Wouldn't that make some sort of?
No, it just turned it into oxygen.
Just pure oxygen, but that's bad.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't just be because there's other stuff in the air other than
Right.
just oxygen and
It would
carbon.
it would just increase the percentage of those.
Yeah.
I mean, it would increase the amount, but I don't know.
It would cut down on carbon emission, which is
the real green superhero. All right. Cool. All right. So yeah, you're gonna have him roll first, and then me. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Could
So
that
Bastion,
be
go ahead and roll to
power?
unleash your powers plus freak.
okay.
Nice.
Okay, full hit. So you do it. So then,
Cool.
David, it's just a matter of
Can't wait to
can
botch
left wing
this.
change places with this guy?
Yeah, here we go. Heck yeah.
All hit. Okay, yeah, you do it.
Yeah. We're gonna be rising sidekicks in no time.
Rising
jump
sidekicks.
sidekicks. Jump
sidekicks. Yeah. Does he say that?
Jump kick is a way better name than sidekick.
Yeah. But how about he saying that as like he's forming the cage? He's like, this is such a good idea.
Jump kicks in no time.
Yeah. Marty's like, jump kicks? You rather
Rising
be a
sidekick.
jump kick? What?
Rising sidekick. That's amazing.
This isn't the Karate Kid.
I didn't name it.
and then you teleport in.
Yeah.
And Jumpstart is like, what? Hey, what are you doing? Who are you? Let me out.
Who's
yeah, I Jumpstart to Bastion.
Oh right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I think I probably come over at that point, right?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, you come out from outside or inside.
And from wherever the office was.
Sure.
But I as I pass by like the empty rooms or whatever, I'm putting my armor is like slowly molding over my body.
So wait, so you're coming from the inside or from the outside? Are you coming up to Bastion or are you trying to go into the...
I'm trying to go towards where Bastion, like outside of the room.
Okay, yeah. So you come up from the outside because they were peeking
like
at the window of the outside.
Yeah,
we were outside.
Yeah. So then, did I show Jumpstart yet? I don't think I did.
I don't think so. I only saw his butt until a second ago. Technically, we still haven't seen him because he's in a cage now.
Right. Yeah, you can't really. You can't really see him, can you?
I mean, it's the eye hole, so you could like go.
That's
you could peer in at him. So he's just like, what's going on? Is this some sort of kind of trick? This isn't what I signed up for, guys.
This is him.
Guys. And we go into where Left Wing is, and Left Wing.
I teleport, I'm like, boom, baby, and then I look around and see.
Yeah, you look around, and there are 3 young villains standing in front of you.
Hey, let's see you later. I go to open the door.
So I will set the scene here.
I'm like, sorry, I'm late. I gotta run to the bathroom. For reals though, I want to use a move. I've got a move called "Are you watching closely?" When you mislead, distract, or trick someone, roll plus superior. On a hit, they are fooled, at least for a moment. I want to.
So this is Left Wing pretending he's a villain who just showed up.
No, I want to pretend I was that guy, and I'm like, hey, all right, because I just switched places with him. I pretend he was shapeshifting or something. Oh boy, these guys look nasty.
Oh dang it! I have a picture for Jumpstart,
dog,
but I must not have made a character sheet for him. I wonder where that is. Let me see if I can. You guys haven't seen him quite yet, but yeah, these are the villains that are standing in front of you. So obviously,
who knows what it is? It's like a deformed Coke can.
I think it's supposed to be Coke. Yeah.
The limitations of AI art.
Yeah, it happens.
So the guy on the left, he isn't in his rock form yet.
Oh, okay.
So he looks like that, but he's just a normal dude.
Okay. He's still super ripped. He just isn't made out of rocks.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Cool.
And then the guy in the middle is also not being doesn't have electricity coursing out of him right now. But this chick is totally drinking soda.
Okay.
Does she have like the weird sunglass like things on too?
Yes, but yes, she does. Yeah.
I swap the air with one of the soda cans into my hand, and then I just start drinking it. And I'm like, sorry, I'm late. I'm surprise. I'm the fourth guy.
They all look at each other and they're like, this guy. He says,
do you want to give a quick, like, short descriptions for the audio listeners?
Oh,
Yeah. So the
the
guy on the left here, his skin is made of rock. He's kind of ripped and he's got he probably just has brown hair, like combed over to one side, kind of like MMA fighter looking haircut. And he's wearing he's probably just wearing a normal t-shirt and pants. And then this guy in the middle here, he's kind of got on like a he's probably wearing like a hoodie. But he's got a mask, like a blue half mask over his eyes, and jeans. And then this girl is just wearing sunglasses, pink hoodie, pink sunglasses, and she's just like chugging down on a Coca can or something, like a can of Coke or something.
A Coca can.
Coca can.
That's our legally distinct version.
That's right. Yep. And this guy on the left here, the rock looking guy, he's like, we don't have someone like you in our group.
Yeah, that's why I said surprise.
Where's Jumpstart?
Well, he's outside. I like to make an entrance. It's fine. I'll let him in, and I go and open the door to the other side.
Yeah.
So that I can get away.
I think they're probably standing in the way of you. Because his back was to the window, and you swapped places with him.
Oh, okay.
So they're probably standing in the way of you in the door. Yeah.
All right.
Can Left Wing make the roll now to see if he can get to the door? If just let him get to the door?
I'm gonna point at the door, I'll let him in, and then go try to open it. But yeah, I gotta convince them.
What's the roll here?
It's plus superior.
Are you provoking them or what?
No, I have a move called "Are you watching closely?" Where when you miss trick someone, you roll plus superior. No, you're fine.
Right.
Here we go. Here goes nothing. Oh, thank goodness!
Wow, full hit. Oh,
no,
sorry, I
partial.
Scroll down. Yeah,
but it was something.
Okay.
On a 7-9, choose 2. Yeah. Okay, sorry. On a hit, they are fooled, at least for the moment. On a 7-9, choose 2. I either get an opportunity, I expose a weakness or flaw, I confuse them for some time, or I avoid further entanglement. On a miss, you are hopelessly embroiled in it, under pressure, market condition. Oh, I didn't read the rest of it. I'm glad that went well. I'm gonna get an opportunity, so I can open the door and confuse them for some time, that I can buy time for Bastion to hopefully exfiltrate with our prisoner.
Yeah, so the three of them, like, you walk out the door, and they're like, all three of them look at each other.
So I opened the door, but
we just got duped, didn't we?
No, I stay in there because I'm gonna stall for as much time as I can.
Oh,
and then
gotcha.
I look at him. I'm like, where'd he go?
so is Bastion just like carting him off?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I bring him to Marty. Yeah. Marty like pulls up on the side of the street. He's like whips out of the parking lot and is pulled up to where the window was.
Do we have like
he's like,
get in the government SUV or like a white van or
no, a government SUV. Actually, it's probably a white van in this circumstance because you have to like
kidnapping
him. Yeah,
exactly. So Marty just throws open the back doors, right?
And
Bastion shoves him.
First bends to the whole cage in.
So I'm waiting at the door with Left Wing. So when Left Wing goes and turns and says, "Oh, where is he?" I'm like waiting there, like if he needs me to like,
and like
And
I look back and like, that's weird. I don't know. He said he was going to come into the door.
So Caleb, you did say that you were around outside. So that means you'd have to run around to the front of the motel, go in, and then go to where the room is.
Yeah, because we were around the back looking through the window, and now I'm out the front at the door. So, but I mean, you could probably just hop over.
I'm very confused as to the layout of this motel.
Well, so there's not just a door that goes next to the hallway where the room is, right? Like you're
right. I think this is how I imagined it. Here's the window. Here's the door.
Yeah.
Here's where I was and where Bastion was.
Yep.
And the car. And so if you were with that's an awful car. If you were with them, then you would have had to go around the building to come to the door because I just came out through there.
Does that make sense?
I guess I was just imagining. I'm trying to look up what a Motel 6 usually looks like.
They usually are just like either a straight line or two straight lines attached to an office.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So I have to go around the other side of the building.
Right.
Okay, I see. Yeah, I'll do that as quickly as I can. Can I make a roll to like get set up as quickly as possible? I am actually there when Left Wing needs me to be.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, well, do I have to? 'Cause here's the question: we had time to get everybody out, and
I'm stalling for time anyways. As part of my move, so you can just get there before it matters. I think that probably makes sense, right?
Yeah,
that was one of the things I picked.
Okay, yeah, I am doing that as long. Yeah, okay.
All right, so yeah, so I maybe I see you coming around the corner. And then
exactly.
I turn and I'm like, that's weird. I don't know. He said he was going to come around. Maybe he had to pee.
Yeah.
Anyways, oh yeah. So what's the deal? He didn't really give me a lot of information, so.
As I'm coming up, I whisper into my comms. I say to Marty, I'm like, Marty, are we capturing these 3 too?
Marty says, no, get out. Don't engage. I repeat, don't engage.
But
only in self-defense.
We could engage.
Is that what Bastion says?
Yeah.
What? No. What? No, don't. What do you mean?
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure.
What were you making sure?
That we're not engaging. But we
No,
could.
what?
We could though.
No, what? Stop. What do you mean?
So is Left Wing just like distracting long enough so they? What's your plan to get out here, Left Wing?
I mean, I can teleport. I'm just going to dick around with these guys as long as I can until they're done, and then I'm just going to go as far away as I can, as fast as possible.
Yeah, so I'm just here. I guess I don't get too close then because you can teleport. I'm just like around the corner or something, just like waiting, just in case I need to just step in.
Call. Yeah, so I turn around and I'm like, "Yeah, he didn't give me very much information. What's going on? He just said that I was joining the team. I don't know." And that the pay was good.
So
That's really all it took, us villains.
He's like, I think this soda girl's like.
Yeah, I'm drinking her soda still, by the way. Not the one she had in her hand, but like an extra one.
She literally pulls a different one out of her backpack and starts drinking on that too. And she's like, so you mean to say King hired you? And where's Jumpstart then?
I don't know. Like I said, maybe he had to go pee. He was out. I switched places with him outside, and he was going to come around and come in, but I don't know. So maybe he went to the bathroom.
He's outside, and they like open up the window and see the van.
Well, no, I'm like pointing out through the door just because I don't want them to go out towards the window.
Right, but I think this is the time's up now, and they open up the window or like pull open the drapes. Probably,
if somebody goes towards the window, I'm going to switch places with. Well, no, because I want to be by the door. Never mind. Yeah.
So he like opens up the drapes and looks out and sees right as the van door closes.
Van closes. Yeah.
And they're like, this guy in the middle here. He's like, uh-oh, and turns and looks at you.
Somebody kidnapped him. And then I'm gonna try and find something on the other side of the street, like far away that I can teleport to, like stick my head out the door.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll.
Is that a roll, or can I just? Okay, I got to roll for that.
Roll unleash your powers to see if you get far enough away.
Okay, sure.
Right, I mean, because it depends on what you just change places with. Wow. Really okay. Well. Yeah. So you probably just teleport to yourself, like right next to the van, right? Is that? Or are you trying to do it far? Like, tell me where you teleport.
I guess it depends. If the van's pretty close to the building, right? If they just closed it, and I don't want to be like, I won't be in the van.
Right.
So
right.
I'm just gonna cross the street. They can come get me later.
Sure.
And worst case scenario, we split the team up, right? Or like best case scenario, we split their team up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, works for me.
Okay. Yeah. So you teleport across the street, but here's the problem now. Palladium is in there.
But they don't know he's there, and he's on the edge of the building. They don't know
you're there.
He can just run too. And we have comms, right?
Yep. But where do you go, Caleb? What do
free
you
to
do?
speak. I'm like, hey,
I
you
was
should
gonna
probably get
say-
out of there, pal.
Yeah. I'm like at the corner. I'm basically somewhere where if they just ran out, they wouldn't see me, but I could just jump in action if I needed to. So I think, I probably just take the armor off, right? And just
trying to
start
look normal. Yeah.
Yeah, just try to look normal and just like walk across, like
oh,
just go away from. I'm not gonna make a big deal about it, but I'm just gonna like start like, kind of fast walking away from the building in the like just in a direct away from where they are.
Yeah,
doesn't matter where.
I think what happens next is this guy, his whole body just like turns into stone, and his shirt like pops off. And he jumps through the window and is like.
As a note, I probably am not. I'm probably not doing what I just described until the van has gotten away, because I'm here to probably play interference if they need like a
if they
delay
catch the van, you're
to get
gonna
away.
fight.
Yeah.
They're probably like, hey, you should probably floor it.
Yep. And the other two jump out behind him and start running after you. Sorry, left wing. Are you able to get into the van? What's the plan there?
No, I probably went like, because the van was on one side and the door was on the other, so I'm just probably really far away from the van now, like down the street the other direction.
Yep. So the plan is for them to just drive away and not pick you up, or
no? I'll just meet up with them later.
Sure. Yeah.
There's just a trash can sitting in the doorway now.
Okay. So I think the van starts driving away. And you guys get pretty far away from these three, and they don't seem to be able to catch up.
Yeah, so as soon as the van is like far enough away that I think they're gonna make it, that's when I take the armor off and just start
away. Sorry, let me think this through. I'm trying to think of what the most interesting cliffhanger is here. I think it's So this guy, this rock guy, right? His villain name is Rockfist. He jumps out the window, right? And so Marty starts driving away, and he runs over to the road, and he
punches the road. Obviously,
he punches the road, and a piece of the road, like farther down where Marty's driving, like shifts up. And the car like goes off of a ramp and is in the air.
Nice. Just in time for Bastion to make a ramp on the other side for them to land on, right? Two Earth Thunders fighting now. Yeah.
But we'll leave the cliffhanger there. We'll do an after show and finish there.
All right, cool. Yeah.
So the van is in the air.
we get like da 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 da.
Yeah.
So you said we wouldn't complete the mission in one session. I mean, technically we're not out yet, but we did do it.
I think we could complete the mission in one session if
probably. If we weren't doing an after show in 15 minutes, we could probably get it done. Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. That was pretty clean.
Bastion makes one roll to ramp, and then we keep going.
Yeah, and then the rest of us just.
That is a question, Connor. If Bastion was able to do that, could we just get away?
There's going to be something different that happens.
Got it.
Timing wise, depending on what's the most narratively fun, but there's something else here that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah, so we just see the van spinning or like ramping up into the air. The opera music starts playing, and then we just see like me and Left Wing on different points,
opposite sides.
The van, like
and then we'll get the next level intro where we get you guys in your normal like actor names and different.
I'm actually planning on making an actual credit sequence. I made a shortened version of Keep Running for the
sweet, yeah,
for the end credit sequence, kind of like Invincible style. So yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Same for next level then as well, or is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, I probably that would be a little bit harder to do because that's probably like a style.
But I was just confused. Okay, so that's the episode then, and let's do an after show.
Let's do it.
Cool.
All right, that's Heroes in Training. We'll be back next time. Yes.